Hello and welcome to Irondice mode. It has been a while. How are you doing, David?
I'm doing alright, and it's not been that long. It's only been like 2 weeks, but it feels like it's long because
I
we've been
haven't
playing
had
so
a
consistently.
because I haven't had a Timmy session between our sessions. It has felt like a long time for me.
Oh,
Because
okay.
usually I get to play
I get it.
twice as much, and now neither of you have been available, and so I've just been crying alone, playing my
That's
3
fair
other
enough.
games.
That's fair enough. I mean, you do deserve it, so like, no
I have
loss really.
You know what's been happening? Because I haven't been doing Irondice, I've actually been being a player a bit more than usual. Because I'm actually being a player in, well, one of them just ended, but I was being a player in 3 different campaigns. Which is, never happens for me. In the last 6 sessions of D&D I've played, I have died 4 times.
Like genuinely die, like die,
Died.
reroll character.
Died, new character.
Yeah, that sounds like a skill issue.
One of them, I managed to die without even being in combat.
How?
I was a spy, and I gave my real name without thinking about it when doing spy operations. And then all the NPCs were like, "We know you did this." And so I said, "Okay, DM, you win. Can I have a new character, please?" And so we retired the character between sessions. Because there was no coming back.
You just died in real life. You died on the inside.
We were in like the capital of the world, in like the castle. Like, if the DM let me get away with this with my level 5 character, all of his world building is undermined for the entirety of that pretty epic big campaign. So I was just like, okay, I can have a new character, please. But yeah, I ran at a bear, and I died. I was a bad spy, so I died. I tried to run away from a fight with a dragon, leaving my party stranded without their healer, finding 2 baby dragons in the side corridor, and I died. And what happened in that? Oh yeah, when my paladin fell asleep in a 2-player campaign, my paladin drank himself to sleep during our heist operation where we were supposed to catch the assassin. My level 1 thief with 2 HP was like, "I'll catch the assassin." And I died. So, it's been bad. Oh, I say I ran at a bear.
You've been on some adventures.
I say I ran at a bear. I ran at an owl bear.
Yeah, that's worse.
That is a lot worse. Yeah. Did you know that monks have
Hopefully, monks in 2E?
In 5e.
Or in 5E? Do they?
Mine did.
I guess depends on your base stats.
16 AC is not that good at like 5th level for a melee character without a healer.
I guess.
Alright, enough of my suffering. I wanted to get that on recording because if Herpes ever watches this, he will laugh. Because he's been a player in all those same campaigns. And he is getting sick of my shit. He literally had a breakdown last time. I was like, Wada, you need to stop fucking dying. We cannot do it like this. I'm so sick and tired of my character having sad arcs of moving past trauma because of your shitty play. He raged at me like a League of Legends jungler get raged at, dude. He brought me back to high school jungling for Erik, okay? Not ganking his lane. That's the feeling I got. Oh, no, not for Erik. Erik was nice. For Carl, okay? It brought me back to jungling and not ganking mid lane for Carl.
Yeah, I feel like I don't remember like Carl being particularly toxic, but I feel like I remember you saying he was.
Carl was very competitive, no matter what kind of game we were playing. We were like, if in ranked, I'm in on it. We were on the same page, but in normals, Carl was still playing ranked. That was the feeling. Anyway, enough of that introduction. That was a weird start to the episode. Welcome to Riodon Free, where we are in the mountains. Well, we're at the foot of the mountains, to the northwest.
Yeah.
Here. And our hero has found some new allies? Question mark?
Probably very temporary allies, if we're being real. These don't seem like very reliable people.
Well then, why about you tell us how we got there?
Right, so at the start of last session, we finally reached the top of the mountain. Not actually the top of the mountain, just the hills in general. Riodon explored around a bit, hunted a bit. I'm not sure if the hunting part happened now or later, but yeah, hunted like a big bird, which was neat. And at one point we encountered a family of mountain tribe people that were being kind of, their camp was being raided by an ogre. So I cast Entangling Roots. That's the name of the spell, right?
Entangle, I think it's just called.
Yeah, it's just Entangle. Okay, yeah, Entangle on the ogre. From far away in hiding, and which allowed the people to just kill it with stones and shit. Although one of theirs died too, which was the son of the guy who got killed when freeing Corin in the other campaign, or not other campaign necessarily, but with Lucius, yeah.
Yep.
So that whole lineage is going extinct. Let's
it's not
go.
Going great for them now.
Yeah. So after that, I kind of just explored around the area a bit until eventually I came across. I came to like the edge of the hills, and by like close to the road, I found also some familiar faces from the Lucius campaign. The guys, a group of bandits that had just recently committed a raid and were just kind of celebrating, or not a raid, but a robbery, and we're kind of celebrating with their new stuff. Mm-hmm. Were the same guys as the first thing Lucius ever encountered.
Yep.
And this time around, I ended up teaming up with them a little bit, because from the people I helped with the ogre, I learned that there was some knight in Valles that was heading to Kag. I think I knew he was heading towards Kagium, but I'm not sure. But regardless, there was some knight there who had been partying it up. So we're basically just gonna gank that guy together, and we ended up with a handshake and me joining them at the fireplace in the evening.
Yep. Take a solid 50 experience points for that. That was very nice.
Did you say 50?
Yeah, 50. Seems fine enough.
Oh, there's.
Because you forgot the cave, so. That cost you 25. Let's say that. Instead of me just taking a number out of my ass.
Cave?
Yeah, you found a cave and you didn't go to it. It wasn't that big. You said like you were exploring around. That pretty much just covered
you mean like in the night, right? There was
technically
the very deep cave that I didn't. Yeah, right. That's true.
That you avoided when I started looking in the monsters manual. It was a pretty good moment.
Well, it was just it felt like the dungeon part of the Dungeons and Dragons, and as a level 1 character on his own, that I didn't feel really ready for that.
That's fine. I'm just kicking your butt for it. Well then, Riodon. It is morning on the 26th.
No, it is not. It is not actually.
Okay, you want to start the night before?
Yes, because I want to sit with them for a while by the fire and just talk through what we discussed.
Okay.
That we're gonna rob this night, and just know who I'm dealing with.
Right.
A little bit.
Do you remember their names?
Did I write them down?
Do you remember a single one of their names?
Fuck, I forgot to write them down.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Carl, he's the leader. Maggot.
Carl. Wait, Carl.
Maggot.
Maggot.
Ant.
Ant.
Ron.
Ron.
Glib.
Glib.
And the best one, Gurkha.
Alright, I remember Gurkha. That was the name.
Because Gurkha.
Or you've used that name before, but I do remember someone at some point being called Gurkha.
I don't think I've used it before. It was probably this guy. I remember you having a reaction to Gurkha last week. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Carl is the one who's leading most of the conversation. The other guys are sitting around, someone's working on skinning something that they caught at some point, some rabbit or something. One guy is just, going over his gear. One guy is probably cooking a little bit, grilling something. One guy's tending the fire. And Carl's doing Carl has his hands free, He's not doing this grunt work. He's here to strategize. That's his role in the party. They all look like a happy mixture of rogues and fighters. Some of them are a little bit armed. Like, maybe like one or two of them has a chest of leather or even studded leather in one case. In the case of Carl. But generally, they're wielding short swords and axes. General, like, hodgepodge weapons they've taken from people, or which were maybe built for other things, like wood cutting or something, and then they just decided, okay, this is my weapon now. No one has, like, real fancy stuff. And you've broached to Carl this idea of a knight up in Vallis. Carl nods. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. I think we don't necessarily need to role play it out. I think okay. In detail, it's mainly just mainly just like I guess I just like mention just briefly what because we don't have that much to strategize about. We only know like loose things anyway. So the plan is just basically to gank him essentially, right?
You'll learn that it is a woman.
Oh, okay. Well, the knight, will just gank the knight essentially.
Yes.
So essentially, I just want to. We eat together probably in the evening. That's like something we do. Because as we're talking.
Yep.
But beyond that, I kind of just like mention what I can do in terms of magic because I did bring that up, and just like essentially ask them if they have. I think I mostly just bring up entangle and like cure light wounds here.
Okay.
So
you get a little bit of wisdom.
So those
like,
would probably be the
useful.
Those would be the main useful ones. I guess I asked like how. Essentially, like how much do they want me to be able to save their asses if things go wrong versus be able to have more chances to lock down the knight in case the first spell fails.
Yeah.
How offensive versus defensive do they want?
One of them goes, well, no offense, I think we could have taken knight on our own, but you definitely make it a safer thing to do, and that's good. You will trust your judgment on it. We're not magic people, so You judge what you think is appropriate for the situation. And if you want to tell us how you want to do it, that's probably better.
Well, I suppose. In that case, actually, what kind of weaponry do you have here? Do you have any ranged weapons, or are you mainly the stabby folks?
Let's figure that out, shall we? Yeah,
Because if you have some,
two of them have ranged options. One of them has a sling, and one of them has a. That is another sling. Two of them have slings. That's it.
And because the entangle option has a bit more utility if you can just attack from range. You know, it's a bit safer. But beyond that, it's not the most. If we're only planning on stabbing, anyways, it's mainly useful to prevent escape. And even then, it's not. I can't choose who gets affected. I can mainly just choose the area. So I suppose we can probably try the entangling strategy first.
I actually want to have one part of this conversation in roleplay, though. Because
I am speaking in roleplay right now, by the way.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carl's not to this. I understand, but I think there's a more important base decision to be made here. You see, right now, the knight, she's drinking herself away in Valles, enjoying some money she came into. Now, when she leaves Valles, we presume she'll be in a bigger posse than she is now. Probably gather up some traveling companions and head to Kagian with them. There's always people willing to travel back and forth between Kagian, much more so than from the other direction where she came alone. And escorting a prisoner she is, this being, known territory of us, we expect her to respect that. However, while she's in Valles,
are you suggesting?
While she's in Valles, there is of course the issue of her being in Valles. Both options have benefits and disadvantages. One of them is much more of a fight. The other one has much more of a chance of going wrong before we even get to fight. And also needs to include an escape. So, what do you prefer?
Well, I don't know much about the city itself. I would prefer fighting with plant life nearby. Otherwise, my entangle spell wouldn't work in the first place.
Yeah.
So, and I assume there's not much of that to be found.
Not
in the
much
city.
In the city. Not too much here either. As you can see on this side of the mountains, there's the hills. There's mainly a bunch of dirt. There's some grasslands if you run off road, but the roads, as long as they keep on the road, they're off of the plant life as well.
Actually, on that note, wait. I mean, do it like the entangle spell? It like describes how things like wrap around things. So like, presumably it like, yeah, they wrap, twist. So presumably there's like a little bit of range on the plants? Question mark. Like they can grow a little bit.
I would say that if there's grasses or better in an adjacent square on a normal battle map, it would work.
Okay. And how wide would a road usually be?
Maybe 6 squares?
Like
30 feet?
30 feet wide. That's
like
very
10
wide
meters. Maybe a bit less.
Yeah, that's
maybe,
very.
maybe
That is like way wider than even a modern road.
Maybe like 6 meters. You need 2 carriages with carts to pass by each other, right? So
Yeah.
maybe 6 meters ish.
Yeah, potentially.
Which would be 6 yards ish.
Fine.
Maybe 7 yards times 3 is 21. So yeah, 20 feet is probably fine.
Yeah, I guess that is a little bit more in case I guess if they're walking in the middle of the road, it might be hard to reach with the entangle.
You need to run them off, pretty much. If they hold their ground, it won't work. But if you get them running, you can catch them.
I mean, if they're holding their ground, then they're stuck in place anyways. So.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Had you given your name to them, by the way? You can probably just decide that.
Yeah, I introduced myself.
Yeah.
And me and Carl introduced ourselves.
Well done, Riodon. If you prefer to fight out here, we might have we don't know how big of a posse we're gonna have. But, we could pull the old, asking for help operation and jump them. We know some spots that are good for that. Spots with rocks to hide behind and such.
That could work. Yeah, I can't say I would have much expertise in the alternative of presumably sneaking into the city. I do have magic that could cover our tracks, but nothing comparable to invisibility or anything. At least not towards people.
Well, magic aside, it'd be a simple operation of walk in, don't give a fuck, don't cause any trouble until we cause trouble, and then get out. Which is more about speed than about anything else. There's not really a bunch of real gates. You can just walk around them in Valis. They're more for the carts than they are for people.
I suppose that could be an option then.
It's up to you.
If nothing else.
We're comfortable with either.
I would appreciate getting a look at this town from the inside. So we can. I suppose we could start with that operation. If any things look like they're not gonna work out, we could just leave and go for Plan B.
Alright. Well, in that case, I have a suggestion. We come from different places. We don't walk together. A big group of men like us is gonna raise suspicion. But we enter town in groups of 2. From 2 from the east, 2 from the west, 2 sneaking in from the south through the mountains, not entering a normal way. We could probably get in and not raise too many eyebrows. You know, even people like us gotta walk through town every now and then, and if they don't catch us red-handed, they usually don't bother picking a fight.
I think we could work with that. Yes.
Well, here's the lowdown on Valis. Valis has city guard, absolutely, but it is mostly concerned with protecting its keep. The people of Valis coexist with us in a more respectful manner than about equal force. The city guard will absolutely be here and there every now and then, but, well, just recently a whole bunch of my family members walked into town and met very little resistance. There will be maybe 3 people at the gate, 3 people at the other gate, and, you know, there will be a guard member walking around over here and there, but they're trained to run back to keep and ask for help more so than anything else, should tough trouble break out. That's the kind of town it is. Now, attacking the keep. Now, that's a death sentence. They raise that bridge. You gotta jump that canyon, climb the wall. They pour oil on your head. They toss rocks. That ain't gonna happen. If the knight's in the keep, we gotta wait for her to get out. But I've been hearing she's been doing an awful lot of drinking around town, so...
Yeah. Well, it can't hurt to at least do a scouting mission, I suppose. Again, we enter town, make sure, try to find the knight. If we don't, then potentially disengage. If we do, then we engage.
Right.
That's simple enough.
How about some kind of signal? You find a knight. You scream something. Now, you can't maybe hear that all over town, but if people are close by, at least we can get there. Maybe not all of us show up, but enough should be able to hear it that we can get a good fight going. Any ideas? Something that will be audible, but not give it away.
Well, I suppose something...
You'd be like, I stubbed my toe.
Yeah, something like that. I suppose we don't want to alert the knight necessarily, so it could be something just I was thinking it could be something like pretending to just remember something, but you probably wouldn't scream that very loud. Yeah, probably stubbing your toe is probably the easiest thing.
Alright, let's go with that.
A scream of pain is very unsuspecting.
Yeah. You know, there's always shit on the road. Well done. Would you prefer to sneak in mountainside, or do you want to test your luck with the gates?
You know, I think I'll join at the gates. I want to see this place properly.
Well done.
I'm not too familiar with the mountains yet, so...
Alright. Maggot, Ant, you two are a party. You head in from the mountainside. I go with Glib from the east. I'll travel through the mountains tonight. I'm well rested enough. That leaves Ron, Gurkha, and Riodon here. You, the three of you can make your way through the near entrance.
Right, that sounds good. Sounds good.
Alright.
Well, I think this has been a productive talk this evening. Now, I will have to retire back towards the mountains a bit for tonight. To prepare my magic, I need to commune with nature, so to speak. And that's best done well alone.
I understand.
I will meet you two here tomorrow, Ron, Gurkha.
Well, just know that we have an understanding. If you're gone in the morning and we don't find you, we're going to assume that you've taken information about us to places where we don't want it, and we're going to find you. I trust you, but of course. I want you to understand what kind of deal we're establishing here.
Oh, of course. I mean, I'm the one who approached you, so I don't see what much information I could do.
That's what an undercover person would do, but I understand you.
Well,
I don't find it too likely. Well,
no.
I'll see you when I see you, I assume. Given that I'll probably be gone by the time you stop talking to the trees or whatever. I'll see you around, buddy. And
indeed.
They start organizing themselves,
I'll get up.
And you'll get out.
Yeah, and leave for nature.
Yeah. You hear some comments about like, see Gurkha, I kept you here with the guy who can heal you. Now you can rush in all you want, you idiot. Or something like that. Some banter going on between them.
Yeah, so I think I'm probably just sticking with just gonna check pass without trace a little bit in case I want to take that.
Sure. I pour some more drink. while you check that.
How long is the duration? 1 turn per level, so that's 1 minute per level,
10
right?
minutes. 10 minutes. A turn is 10
Oh,
minutes. A round is 1 minute.
10 minutes.
A turn is 10 minutes.
Okay.
A round is 1 minute.
That's weird.
It's a linguistic thing. There's 3 different speeds in D&D. There's full speed, turn speed, and round speed. Combat is done at round speed, and then in dungeons there are mechanics for turn speed. If you take like, we will clear this room for a turn, and then monsters at a different part of the floor might move around for a turn. You know. It's just a different speed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm thinking I will just do 2 cure light wounds and 1 entangle, because pass without trace, I need to burn stuff before and prepare like stuff to scatter in my path, and that's not really something you can use to escape.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Not really timely.
That's not very timely, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, I try to find my regular type of shelter for the night.
Right. You build your regular type of shelter. Seems fine enough. And we will roll some checks. Now you are right by the road. These are favorable checks. I just hope I don't roll like 95 plus. 64. You're fine.
Alright, nice. So in the morning, I just want to. By the way, I like kind of like described my magic ritual last time, right? I kind of want to change it a little bit, because I kind of like improv it up, like couldn't think of too much, like not too much thinking time. I won't change too much, but rather than like mixing my blood with the thing I eat, I would rather like place the food on the ground and then like drip my blood like a bit of around it. So it's kind of like an exchange. The nature gets my blood, and I get the magic through the food.
That's nice. That's nice.
That kind of thing.
That's very good. I like that.
Yeah.
When let's talk a little bit about Riodon, because you said before we started recording that you had some ideas about like short-term goals with Riodon that I stopped you from talking about.
Yeah. So basically, my plan after we do this whole night thing, I don't think I'm gonna end up sticking around with these guys, because like they're basically just opportunistic for gains, and that's not really Riodon's goal. So like he can like he's fine with teaming up with them, but like his main benefit right now is just like kind of taking down a supposedly important person and like learning about the city and like the surrounding areas a bit better in the process. So it's mainly information and some fuckery, but yeah, as I said, like, and they're like, because these guys aren't like, they're not gonna like go out of their way to help Riodon with his goals. And so I think I'm probably gonna try to start to look. First of all, I'm gonna try to look into the water supply for Valles. That I'm probably not gonna be able to do much with that initially, unless I do like eco-terrorism, but that wouldn't, or like, yeah, actually like damage the water flow itself, but that would probably be not very druid friendly, because I'm still a druid at the end of the day.
Yeah.
However, disrupting supply lines from like farms and just like destroying crops and trying to starve the cities, that's probably something I could do. Like, anyone can start a fire, right?
Yeah.
And let it spread. So those kind of things are probably what I'm gonna try to be doing first.
Okay. Cool.
Try to create some fear and paranoia.
Yep. It's doable.
So,
it's doable.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, in the morning. You set out together with Gurkha and Ron.
Yeah.
Oh, my hay fever is so bad right now. As you notice that these two are not very talkative guys. Gurkha travels with an axe on each side of his hips, for 2 axes in total, and Ron simply carries a sling and a short sword.
Yeah.
And they...
I mean, that's...
Yeah. They just walk. They're chilling.
Yeah.
As they get close to the gate, and by close I mean like maybe 500 feet away, something like that. It's clearly within vision, but far enough away that you're not within earshot of anyone. We're gonna turn around and Ron's gonna say, so, are we gonna try walking through the gate, or are we just gonna like, go around it? If we go around it,
well,
some people might get mad if they notice, but they probably won't. If we go through it, they're going to question you. He looks you up and down. Like, we look
like,
uncivilized, but you look more so.
I suppose. Well, do you usually take the gate, or do you usually walk around, or do you not usually do anything at all?
In groups this small, I've done both. It depends on the company. With you, my instinct is to at least have you go around.
Alright, I'll do that then, I suppose.
You want Gurkha with you?
Sure, he can go around with me.
Okay, how about you and Gurkha go around? I'll go for the gate and I'll get into an argument. I'll distract them. How about that? I'll make it a bit easier.
That sounds fair enough.
Alright. You know anything to get into an argument about? How?
What about those taxes, right? That's a thing I've heard.
Right, but I'm not carrying anything of value, so they're not gonna tax me.
No, I meant more. You can complain about it, I suppose.
How about I just say their mother's ugly? That usually goes down well. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, if you want to, if that works on them, then that sounds good. Easy, good and easy.
Gotcha. He splits off. It's just you and Gurkha. So, how far away are you gonna go?
What do you mean?
Like, do we sneak here, or do we sneak, like, way up the mountain? We can go far. We can be closer. It's better to be closer if Ron fucks up.
Yeah, I mean, if he's gonna be a distraction anyways, we might as well just take the quickest route.
Right. Get your head down. And he sort of like scuffles up. He doesn't crawl, but like he gets real low. And he dives into the side. There's some shrubbery.
What do you mean by dives into the side?
Like he gets off the road, pretty much.
Oh,
He
okay.
and he starts going uphill, you know. Because once you get to Vallis, remember the Vallis sort of like exists. The town is built on these 2 slopes. They go up.
Yeah.
And then on the south side, it gets really steep at one point, which is where the keep is, right? On the really steep parts, there's an actual cliff on that edge towards the east. Whereas on the north side, it's more of a gradual slope and it's a bit more spread out, and there's less buildings there. On the south side, there's more of a proper infrastructure. That's pretty much Vallis. And
Okay. So we're basically just like going along the ditch and then like going to the edge of the wall, essentially.
Well, the wall is more like just a gate, right? It's like 2 towers and a thing between them. It covers maybe 20 feet, if that. It's not much of a structure. I mean, like 30 feet, because it goes a bit outside both sides of the road, right? Again, the gate is for carts, because carts can't go up the sides. They can't go up the cliffs, so they have to go for the gate, so they can get taxed. And that's the purpose of the gate. The city is otherwise unwalled, or the town. And so if you just go up mountain, like 50 meters, you can just go into town. The problem is, of course, they'll see you, and they'll be like, "Oh, you over there! Pass through here, bitch!" So,
yeah.
You can try to get low, you can try to hide in some shrubbery and move when no one's watching. You can be creative about it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean the plan is to like go on the side and try to be a bit stealthy, but not like, and then not too suspicious, and then like when he starts the distraction is when we try to sneak past, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's about it. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. You chill out there for a bit with Gurkha. Gurkha seems an impatient type. He's like, he looks like, I see Ron going over there. Ron, idiot, stop watching us. You're not supposed to look out our way. Okay, he's going now. Eyes in the gate, let's go.
A nod, and we go.
Alright, you just go when Gurkha says go?
Yeah. Oh wait, I mean, had Ron like started talking?
No, he saw Ron disappear into the gate, and he said, "Okay, let's go."
Oh, okay. I mean, okay. In that case, I like say like, wait a few seconds at least.
Fine.
Do I hear anything from the gate where we are right now?
You probably hear them once they start properly arguing. Like, if it gets loud and rambunctious, you'll hear it, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for that in that case if I start hearing something. Yeah. I figured I have high perception, so I should probably be decently capable of hearing.
Yeah. After a bit, you start hearing loud counting. Like, 1, 2, 3, some laughter. It's like, you really think you can hold off if...
Yeah.
All the families come down here at once. This kind of talk.
I think when I started hearing the loud stuff, that's when we go.
Yeah, you go. You run into town. Just in case, give me a charisma check. You don't necessarily want to pass this one.
Yeah. Okay. I assume, by the way, rather than like run, I would assume it's more of a fast walk, I guess.
Yeah,
like not
much.
Look too
exactly.
suspicious.
That's what I'm thinking. It's not really a Dexy check. That's why I'm making you roll a charisma check. And this is one of those situations where failing a charisma check is probably a good thing, and that is a critical failure.
That's funny.
That is a critical failure. So that is.
Oh my fucking god.
That's a nat 20 that kind of feels like a nat 20 when you want to fail the check, you know?
Yep.
That's good. That's a really good roll. Alright. Perfect. You strut into town and not a single person pays you any mind. You just walk in. Dude, hashtag must have been the wind, the MP3 place. It's no one gives a single fuck. You stroll in, go in town.
Right, I did fail. I thought that was a good thing, but no, it's on attack roll for you want to roll nat 20, not on these things, right?
Skill checks, you wanted to below charisma, and nat 20 is a critical failure.
It was good.
It was a good roll, yeah.
It was a good nat 20.
I was being honest with you.
Yeah, it was good. Okay.
It's that kind of situation where you want to roll low to pass, but you want to fail, so high is good again. It's the brain games, man. As long as I know.
2E rolling mechanics are
as long as I know it's important. That's all that matters. Cool. You start in town, ain't no one bat a single eye against you. Gurkha looks around and he goes,
Yeah.
so, where the knights hide out? You know that?
Well, the rumor was drinking. Yes.
No.
Would
Is
you
it a
recognize a
tavern?
place for drinking?
I know where a tavern is. It's the one reason I come here.
Well, I suppose let's head there then.
Right. Right on. Gurkha starts strutting. There's a little bit of swagger to him. He seemingly is pretty unbothered at the fact. After a bit, Ron catches up. Here you guys are. You guys sure didn't wait. Had me running. Alright, I'm here. Where are we going?
I figured you would know where we were going.
He looks at Gurkha. We're going drinking? Makes sense, I guess.
Well, that's where the place we're checking out at the very least. You can drink as well while we're at it, I suppose.
Don't mind if I do. Well done.
By the way, as we've been like walking through Valles a bit, I've been like trying to check it out. Like I've been like checking the town out in general. Like how the place where the druids live. Like I would like what kind of. There are houses and stuff like that, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So it's. Is it like a city or is it just like more like a tent camp or like?
The place
what
you
are,
came
like-
from, I always imagined it more like. I think I described it in Riodon 1 as the sort of thing where you're never quite. At some point, you were definitely in the settlement. At some point, you were definitely out of it. But in a long area, there's like a feeling of like I'm kind of in the settlement because people just kind of spread out a lot in the druid life area, and so you have like this family known like they have their little hut thing here and between these trees, and this other family they have this cave that they made into a home, and this other family have this rather large tree that they have like a hollowed out part of, and then they expanded from that with a little tent structure. And these like there's no real rhyme or reason to how they are spread out. They get a little bit denser together towards the central area, but then they quickly spread out. So it's more like I guess I imagine it a bit like a campsite, you know?
Yeah. Are there, I also wonder like are there like communal places too like?
Yeah.
That's like comparable to a temple or store or whatever. Are there actual buildings like that, or is it just places?
Not really. There's more like spots. Like everyone knows, like this is like the open field where we hold important discussions, and this is but it's all outside. Druid society and medieval society in general is not very indoor oriented in this world, nor in medieval times. Most things are done outside, and for druids even more so.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, like I guess how big is Valles like feeling compared to the campsite or what do you call it?
Valles is one of the smaller among even the small towns in this place. Obviously, most people in this area have just moved to the capital, right? And so Valles doesn't even have that many outlying farms. It mostly has like, trade and merchants bring most of the stuff here from farms that are surround Cagium. It's very much like an outpost kind of place. It has some rivers that come down here, but it's a pretty scraggy place to be, and it's mostly like a trade post and a pass-through location and a defensible spot, The history of Valles is very much that like this was a military outpost, and then a town grew around supporting the soldiers here, and it's kind of remained, but it's in decline. Valles is not doing super hot, In times of peace, Valles loses its purpose more so, and so the nobles who live here are very proud. They are very proud of their history and their contribution to society, and they're very loyal to Cagium, but they are struggling in a lot of ways. It's a pretty poor place, Valles.
Okay. Yeah.
So you walk around.
Yeah.
There's maybe like 1,000 people who live here.
Yeah, basically Riodon is unimpressed in that case.
Yeah. For sure. There's like 1,000 people who live here, and even among them, there's a pretty substantial poverty problem here in Vallis.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they can't handle the bandits around town too well.
Yeah. By the way, I don't have any money on me.
You do
right?
not.
Druids don't use money, but like, would I be familiar with like how like the money system that's being used?
Yeah, you get taught these things for sure. Like, what do the weird people in the cities do? But of course, in your society, you're much more used to bartering. That is the druid way. But like, you know about the concept of money, even though you would probably be more comfortable trading a goat for something, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be how your family did it.
Yeah. For sure. Alright.
Or doing services for each other. I think it's also a very druid thing. Like, if you give me this, I will help you build this thing, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Alright. Well, I guess we enter the tavern. Back to the actual roleplay.
As you get around there, as you get closer to the tavern, Ron and Gurkha will be a little bit like, so Riodon, right? I don't know how familiar you are with these places, but in there's a lot of like unspoken rules and stuff like that of how you behave and all these things, and I don't know if you're too comfortable about that. We could go in there and check it out, and you could hang out here, and we'll be right back, you know, like once, and we'll tell you if there's a knight in there.
I mean, sure. I'm fine with waiting outside.
Yeah. You can, there seems to be a guy over there. You can probably chill with him, and then and we can head in there.
What is the guy that they're pointing towards?
It's just a guy on a bench. They're sort of like showing you that there's places to sit outside. That's the point of what they're saying.
Yeah. I'll say. Yeah, I just like nod at that, like, I'll wait around.
Right, they head inside. Do you sit at like these outside of tavern sort of seating arrangements, or do you hang around a bit further away?
I think I kind of like, I guess I go to like, I'm not sure if the houses are big enough for there to be alleyways, but like kind of go to the side and like lean my spear against the wall, because I don't want to like, always I've been using the spear kind of as a walking stick, but it's like, I wouldn't want to look like I'm actively like in a sentry position or something. Just
Vallis sort of has houses that are pretty spread out. So there's not really an alleyway the way there would be in like a tight city. There's no row houses here. Everything is like an individual structure.
I guess I'll just be on the side of the tavern then, kind of like, and like put down my spear and shield and kind of like do some like stretches, I guess, and stuff like that. Look like I'm not like just standing around being suspicious. Look like I'm actually, doing something.
As you come around to the side of the building, you put your spear away, you do some stretches. You see a different fellow, not one of the people you're sitting out front, you know? Who seems to be sitting in something akin to a cage. He's dirty. He has a bit of disheveled clothing. He has his hands bound behind his back with some rope. And around his neck seems to be something that at one point was like a piece of cloth that was supposed to gag him, but that is now just hanging around his neck a bit more carelessly. He looks up and goes, "You wouldn't happen to have any water, traveler?" I think that's not his voice. I think it's more like, "Hey, you wouldn't happen to have any water, traveler?"
That depends. Do you carry diseases?
I don't. No diseases.
Would I get in trouble if I offered you water?
Anyone looking to get you in trouble for that is probably drunk inside.
I suppose. I'll put my. Yeah, I guess I would have like put my backpack on because I do have my backpack with me, so I would have taken that off too. I guess I would take out my water skin from it.
Yeah.
And like, I guess like, so it's in a cage, right? How like wide is the cage? Could I like put the water skin through or?
Yeah, you can put a water skin through it. It's like 10 centimeters between these bars.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah. Okay.
With how skinny he is,
like...
he might even be able to squeeze through it if not for his head, you know? The head is probably what would stop him.
It's
a wooden cage too. It's not super sturdy.
Yeah. So I'll offer him some water. Yeah, like I'll hold it and like pour it into.
Yeah, his hands are tied, so he sort of like gets his head over there and he drinks. Ah, thank you, thank you kindly, stranger. You are a happy sight for sore eyes. Not a lot of people out here willing to help someone in my position. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing alright, but speaking of that position of yours, I'm curious about it.
What are you curious about? I'm a captured man.
No, how'd you end up like this?
Asking the wrong questions? How does any man end up like this?
I don't know, you tell me. That's why I'm asking. Being held captive by anyone in particular, or just the folks around here in general?
No, I'm being transported. I'm from Ignalia.
I see.
You know Ignalia?
No.
It's far away. You travel west
It doesn't
as
matter.
far as the road takes you. Then you travel north until you start hitting trees. And annoying people start yelling at you about proper book etiquette. And you know you've hit Ignalia.
Noted. So, these questions you were asking, right?
Right.
Tell me, what were you asking about?
I shouldn't say. If you learn what I'm talking about, they'll put you just where I am.
Just by knowing? So,
Well,
were the people you were asking also put in
not for knowing,
prison?
but for agreeing.
Well, I mean, I'm not particularly inclined to express my opinions. I just want to know.
Right. So, what is your, like... Where does fire come from?
Are you asking me that? Or was that one of the questions?
It's a setup. I'm asking the question to get your answer. I'm trying to explain a point to you by basing it on your previous proclivities of curiosity and thoughts about how the world works. It's a dialectical strategy. Ever heard of it?
I have not.
Have you heard of the concept of a dialectical strategy?
I'm not familiar with the term, no.
Right, so I believe that conventional wisdom would have it that fire happens because there's always something inside every little thing that is what makes up fire. Inside of wood, there's a bunch of fire. Inside of cloth, the clothes you're wearing, there's a little bit of fire. There's some fire stuff in there. And with the right catalyst and thing that reveals it bursts out and it takes on its true form. Right? That's
right.
That's conventional
and
scientific thinking.
And you were questioning this and proposing some other idea.
Well, what if the fire is not in the stuff? What if the fire is in between the planes? You know what a plane is, right?
Would I know that?
We can decide that, or we can roll for it.
We can roll for it. Let's roll for it.
Give me maybe not an intelligence check. Give me a wisdom check to see how... Because you're not very religious. I think that there are druids, definitely, who talk about these things and know about these things. But especially things like the Feywild, right?
Would this be a wisdom thing? Wouldn't it be an intelligence thing?
It would be an intelligence thing for most people. But I think for you, it's a wisdom thing. Because what I want to measure is how much you've listened to, like, the druids of your tribe and such.
Okay, fair enough. 9, yeah, that passes.
That passes, great. Yeah, you're not very interested, but you definitely are listening, you know? So,
yeah.
Your understanding of the plane is mostly based around the Feywild. That is the one that you know about. There's also this plane of shadows that is talked about a lot in druidic religion. As, like, the opposite of the Feywild, sort of.
Yeah.
And these are seen as, like, the place before nature and the place after nature. Nature flows in from the Feywild and brings life. And when they die, they flow out to the plane of shadows, where things end. And that's the general thing. So you understand that there are worlds beyond your own. And you know that there are more worlds, but not, like, commonly talked about, you know? And you might not know names for all of them. And this guy goes... Anyway, so my theory... Well, not my theory. My master's theory, before they executed him, was always that it's stupid that fire would be inside of wood. Why would a fire need to be released? This has never been proven. Why would a spark suddenly release all this fire inside of wood and make it burn? Makes no sense, right? So, what if it's just the plane of fire? You have the plane of fire. It's like a whole world of just fire. There's so much fire there. And then, boom. There's a little bit of a rift. A little bit of a shattering. A little bit of a split in the magic that makes up the world. And woof, there's fire. Every time you lit a campfire, traveling, you did a little bit of interdimensional magic. Bringing in energy and resources from beyond. That's the reality of the world, man. When you
I
piss,
can see why they locked you up.
You commune with the plane of water.
Right. Yeah, as I said, I can see why they locked you up. I don't particularly care for your views, but the way you talk, yeah, I get it.
It's the only way to make sense, man. And this whole society can go shit itself for not agreeing with me. Why is it illegal to read books, to research? I'm simply trying to prove a theory, and they wouldn't even let me try. Those bastards.
Right. Well, good luck with that, and your whole situation. I'm going to go refill my water now.
Another worm of the establishment. Well, I thank you for your water, sir. I thank you for your water.
Yeah, I start walking, and actually, this actually is a good excuse, because I wanted to investigate the water source anyways.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I go to... Wait. I noticed on the map there's a river going like...
Yeah.
Those rivers are going from the mountains, right?
Yes. Those are drawn a little bit weird. There are some bigger rivers that come off the North Mountain. So that would be on the other side of the city from where you are right now. You'd have to cross through the lower part in the center area to get to those rivers on the other side of the hill. And, you know, some big water is brought in from there, but mainly in this place, it's about wells. It's about digging down into underground water reserves that happen to be around here and trying to get that water. These are hills. They have a bunch of underground rivers going on here. These hills are pretty deep in dirt. These are not very rocky hills for a lot of it. So you can dig pretty deep and you can get to some water supplies. And even within the rock, you can find some underground lakes and stuff here.
So essentially, there's no waterfall running into the town or anything.
No. It's much more about digging in this place. Again, this place was never a natural settlement. This was a defensible spot where they had to make do with what they had and figure out a way to live here despite what it's like, not because of what it's like. It's a very unnatural town in that way. And so a lot of military effort was put into making sure that there are water supplies here, no matter what they're like. They're not great, but they function. They're decent. So you'd have to go up to a well, swing down the bucket, stuff like that.
Is there a well like near the tavern that I can see?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The tavern is probably built here because there's a well here. Because why else would you have the tavern here? Yeah. There's definitely a water source around here.
Yeah, in that case, I'll go to the. I assume like I know what a well is, right? Or I can at least understand it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what a well is. This is pretty common.
Yeah.
Is Riodon thinking anything about the wild conspiracy theories of the man in the cage?
Not really. He was mainly just like, to him that was mainly just yapping. Like it was like, cool story, bro.
Is he interested in the general like anti-civilization ideas of this guy, or are they just too different from his own to engage with?
I feel like it's a bit too different because this guy was clearly like, he was anti-establishment, right? He was anti the current order, but he wasn't like, he said he was reading books, right?
Yeah.
And he was doing research. Like he's clearly not a anti-society guy.
Yeah, and while Riodon wouldn't know this, he's from Ignalia, right? Ignalia is the research capital of Chaldeus. This is like this is the academic town. This is where most of the wizards come from, stuff like that. So yeah, this guy is a little bit of a stereotype for his city. Even though he has his own ideas.
Yeah, by the way, I assume the plan was for Lucius to meet this guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
This guy was literally on the road. I
can see why.
This was gonna be, if Lucius just ran away from those fucking zombies, this was the next encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Alright. He sort of sits there. He's chilling.
Yeah. So I'm like very confident this is the guy that was being transported by the knight, and it's like, which is why I engaged with him in the first place. And it was like, Riodon is like, well, that was a disappointment, because he was kind of hoping this would be some dangerous criminal that they could release, who would then like take revenge on the knight or the other people trying to. But no, this was just some nerd.
Just some nerd. As you fill up your water, eventually the question gets asked, so who are you anyway? You over there? You with your sharp stick and pelts, an overfilled bag? What are you doing here? The nerd is drawing unwanted attention, screaming at you.
Oh, the nerd is the one yelling.
Yes,
okay.
From over in his cage.
I'll look to him a bit and then point towards the well, and then I'm like doing stuff, and then go back to doing that.
He throws some more insults your way. He's not impressed.
Yeah. After I finish with the well, I'll go back to him, and it's like, I guess like stand before him and stare him down a bit.
You think you're so scary, huh? You think you're impressive? You're a kind guy, give me water, but why ask me for my ideas if you don't even... Whatever. You're a rat, you know that? You're scared to challenge what people know. You're just like everyone else.
I wouldn't say I'm particularly scared of challenging the status quo or such things. I just didn't really care too much about your ramblings, if I'm being honest with you.
So what do you care about?
I mean, it's a good question. I suppose I am a bit similar to you in some ways, but not in others.
What ways are you similar to me?
You can think what you want about that.
Can you even read?
No. That's one of the ways we differ.
Some revolutionary. I don't think we're
Never
similar
said I
anyway.
was. Sure. And by the way, you asked who I am. I'm just some traveling hunter. Nothing important.
Hunter,
Not right now, at least.
Whatever. He wouldn't help me anyway. Goodbye, hunter man. Thank you for the water.
If you want me to break you out of this prison cell, I assume you understand how foolish that would be, right?
You wouldn't need to break me out. You just need to help me break myself out.
Like, good luck with your future predicament, and I'll go back and send.
I just need my spell book and my hands free, please.
Yeah, I'll just like go to the other side of the building, so I'm like out of sight for him.
Yeah. You go to the other side. After a bit, Gurga comes out. Hey there, Riodon. Big guy. We got Knight in there. She's there. She's
Seems like you enjoyed it yourself.
we got a problem. See, she holds her alcohol real well. We had a plan, me and Ron. We were gonna drink her under the table and take everything she has. It was a great plan. Problem is that Ron's under the table. I'm pretty drunk.
Right.
It didn't work out too well. But she should be leaving soon, and I think our friends are probably nearby, and we can get her when it gets dark and she leaves. Right?
Right. Yeah. Speaking of the friends, did you ever decide a meeting place inside the town with each other after I left?
No, but I've been looking around a little bit, and also Glib showed up in the tavern. He's currently helping Ron puke. And Glib pointed out where our allies are. They're within eyeshot, but they're hiding. They're hard to see. They probably know where you are better than you know where they are. So if you see the Knight walk out, you stalk her, and then when you want to go, stub your toe and they'll run. Right?
Right. Makes sense.
Right. So you stay outside. You keep waiting.
I'll look around town a little bit, although I'll stay nearby.
Right. Stays within eyeshot at least. Right.
Right, of course.
Oh yeah, I'll go.
And,
I'll go tell Gleb. Oh, Carl's gonna be so mad. Oh fuck.
That sounds like a U2 problem.
Yep. Right.
So yeah, I'll walk around town like checking things out a bit, like trying not to look like too suspicious, like trying to just like I generally like for my own purpose I try to like scout the place out a bit, but in general like I try to just like look almost like a bit touristy, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't look like I'm trying to like plan something nefarious or something.
Vallis in general is like a central area like this. Imagine a tavern sort of like here. You got like some buildings here and there. Got like the well here.
Yeah.
The big keep is like up here.
I pretty much know how it looks.
Yeah.
Like out of character.
Yeah.
It's just mostly used to pass the time. Riodon is doing that.
Yep.
Is anyone like getting sus about him? Does it seem like they are?
Not really.
Anything?
You rolled a nat 20, a total failure on a Christmas check to stand out. So you are extremely low key and forgettable right now. You are doing real well on your blending in and just not being noticed socially, you know? There's a little bit of a... It's not a road. It's more like a well-trodden path that goes a little bit like this. That you can take between the tavern and the keep. This would be like the most expected route for the knight to eventually walk out on. This is actually a pretty grown place as well. Like there's plenty of like little grasses and stuff and mosses and strawberries around there. This is a place where Entangle would pretty much always work.
Yeah.
So you just wait around?
Alright, yeah. So, yeah, we kind of wait. We wait around.
Okay. Yep. After a bit.
I suppose while I'm at it, I try to actually locate where the guys are, so I know, like...
After a bit, you give it a try. You can spot Carl over here. And you can spot, like, Ant and Maggot sitting in this kind of an area. Up a bit from the road.
Yeah.
That's sort of it. So they're sort of, like, also covering the road to the keep.
Yeah.
You wait. You wait a long time. Eventually darkness comes. Having gone to the other side, the side closer to the, downhill, you end up being on, like, the stable side of the tavern. So you're probably standing around, like, some horses, chilling with them a bit. It might be comfortable for you, might be uncomfortable. Up to you how Riodon feels about that.
Horses are alright, probably.
Horses are alright. They are the most civilized animal, so...
Yeah, I mean, actually, no, that would be dogs, right? Wouldn't it?
Depends dog to the dog, I imagine.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, my world is not quite as far forward as, like, 5e would be. So, like, you don't have that many dog breeds going on yet. Dogs in this world are still...
Yeah, no, but...
less spread out.
But they're still, like, dogs are still...
Dogs are
still like...
Yes.
Even with... They're still the most, like, unnatural in terms of their behavioral, if you would call it that.
Yeah.
Since they're so domesticated.
I just imagine that, like...
essentially.
A dog isn't as broken down as a horse is, you know? Dogs can have fun. Horses are more like, I stand here, I take my rider to place.
I guess. I mean, horses are a lot more like horses are a lot more civilization builders, in a way. But regardless.
This is the dog in 2E. I like this dog.
Yeah.
It's a cool little dog.
Yeah. I mean, in general, horses are alright. Like he doesn't have any kinship with them or anything, but they're alright.
Yep. They're simps,
They don't speak too much.
Well, do you have any talk with animal features? I don't think you do, right? That's like 3rd level or something.
I don't think so. No.
Well,
I have animal friendship, I guess, but yeah.
After a bit of you chilling outside, suddenly you see Glib. Oh, you don't see. You more so hear the sound of someone getting pushed out of the tavern. You knave! Remove thyself! And as you look around the corner, you see Glib on his back, sort of like crawling back, you know? As this well-armored...
Glib was one helping Ron, right?
Yes, Glib was one of the guys who came in here with... It was the guy who went with Carl, and has now entered the tavern.
Yeah, but Glib was the one helping Ron puke, right?
Yeah, for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's been like an hour or two more after that. It's getting a little bit dusky, you know.
Yeah.
And so he's sort of crawling back. He's like, I didn't mean no offense. My Kel, I didn't mean anything. How about we shake on it? Huh? No problem. He's like, you tried to take my arms. That is a capital offense, and I shall have you arrested for it. Surrender yourself, and I shall tie you up. Criminal! And this woman who is... She's wearing like a proper plate chest, but she isn't wearing like limbs, she doesn't have a helmet on, she doesn't really have armored legs. She's clearly like, you know, dressed down a little bit for the tavern occasion, but she has a plate chest, and she has this long sword that she's just like pointing forward towards of him. And as she does walk with it, she also looks around a little bit, sheaves it, walks over to the wall, takes up a proper polearm, and starts holding that against him instead.
By the way, like how late is it right now? Is it like dark?
It's dusking. It's dusking. It's in the process of getting dark.
Yeah. And how many people are like around right now?
In this moment, you probably could spot like 6 pairs of eyes from different distances. This is happening like outside of this entrance here, right? So there's people around, and there's some eyes, of course. Looking from the inside, you assume that there's a lot more people, but it's a pretty calm area for the most part. So she has sheathed her sword in her scabbard. She has reached for a polearm. She is holding it down at Glib. He is still crawling backwards a little bit pathetically. He's clearly not armed at this moment. And then from inside, as she has removed herself from the doorway enough, you can spot Ron and Gurkha.
Ron and Gurkha?
Yeah, Ron and Gurkha sort of like eye out, and they're sort of always looking for you.
Well, I don't think trying to fight her right now would be it's the best timing. So I'm gonna at least wait a bit, just observe.
They sort of like look at you like, do you signal them back?
I mean, so okay, they have she has her back turned against them, and they're inside the tavern, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they still are they armed right now? Do they look armed?
You can't really tell.
Yeah. I guess I'll like what I would want to say is something like, if you think this is the time to go, then be my guest. I don't think it's the right time right now, but if you think you have an opportunity, then
give me a
go.
charisma check for
How
how
the
well you
fuck
can
would I
read
convey that?
How about you give me a charisma check to see how well you can read their intentions with their signaling?
Sure, that makes sense. That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
14. That is a.
That's below your charisma?
It's one below, so it's almost crit success.
Yeah, that's really, really good. Okay. You look at them.
15.
Yeah, you look at them, and they seem to clearly be like, we fucked up. Everything's bad. What the fuck do we do? Do we fight? Do we back off? We have no idea. Are you ready? What is even happening? Shit, fuck, crap.
In that case, I guess I would like try to like signal hold for now, like kind of like like this.
Yeah. As you do, they sort of back off a little bit. They try to blend into the general people who are like looking in awe, you know, like looking like they're just as shocked by this as anyone else. And the knight, she goes over. She rolls under threat of stabbing with a giant polearm. Glib over on his back.
But so by the way, right now, from where I'm standing, I am currently aware of the position of the other guys, right?
Yes.
Could I see like Carl from where I'm standing?
If you go back to like the side of the house, so you can't see what's going on anymore, you can spot Carl, but you can't see both the knight and Carl at the same time.
Okay. How like far would I have to walk? Like how much of like a turn?
Oh no, just around the corner.
To get to where I can.
Oh, just around the corner. On one side of the corner, you can see the knight, and the knight can see you. Like it's basically like if the house is square here, right? If you're here, if you walk to like the edge of the thing, you can see Carl from like this corner, and then from this corner you can see the knight. So like you'd have to walk the entire length of the tavern pretty much, but that's not too much. That's maybe like, I don't know, 10, 15 meters.
Okay, right. I am by the side of the tavern right now, and I was like standing. Right. Okay. So I'm like standing behind the knight essentially right now.
Yeah, from like the side. And when the further away the knight walks away from the tavern, the more behind her you become.
Yeah. I guess I would like just like quickly like walk around the corner to try to like look at Carl to see and whoever is standing with him. Just to see what their reaction is right now.
Carl's alone. He has not seen any of this. So when you pop out, you need to signal to him.
Yeah, I guess I like point towards him and like move so like whoop, and then like whoop, point like back behind me, kind of like around the corner, like around the corner type of motion.
Carl passes a charisma check to understand your very strange instructions, and he does what you desire.
Yeah.
Can you just point on the map where you want to go?
Yeah, essentially just...
Because I failed my IRL charisma check to understand you, so you need to just explain it to me properly.
Yeah, it was very weird. Basically just go so he can see what is going on. Move to any place so he can see what is going on.
I am failing to use these drawing tools. Okay, so he moves up to Maggot and Ant, the brothers.
Could I see them from where, like, my corner? If I'm standing here?
Yeah, you can see them, but very poorly. They're like 300 feet away in that direction.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And when you come back to the corner,
yeah, I guess I'll.
Yeah, when you come back, Glib is now on his back, his hands tied, and the knight is like kneeling on his back, and is sort of trying to yank him up and carry him over to the side of that building with a cage.
Yeah. I guess in that case, I would signal the guys like that's over here. kind of like like a nod towards them and like nod towards the night direction and like give like I'm not sure how well they can see me
Not
right
really
now.
see your
but
face. It's about big movements here.
No. Yeah, exactly. So I guess in that case, kind of like point, point, and then point to night, and like kind of do like a this. Because essentially, my thought process here is like, this is their guy who fucked up. If they wanna go and save him, we can go now. But like, I don't think this is a good opportunity.
Okay. Well, their guy, who has had some terrible off-screen dice rolling luck. Just the comedical scene that has gone on in this tavern, you have no idea. I've been role-playing this out and rolling a little bit off-screen, and it's been bad. It's not been going too well for their attempts to disarm the knights sneakily. They had a great plan, but it was...
Yeah, I did hear about them trying to steal her weapons. That's what she said. So.
Yep. They it was a great idea. If it worked, fantastic. It didn't work that well though. She's now doubly armed and off to the side. And you hide out again, like you give it a bit of a wait, I guess.
Yeah, I guess she's moving in my direction. I guess I'm probably just gonna like let her pass by, and see if like the other guys are like if they're moving or if they're just sitting put.
Yep. She passes by, and then you look at the other side of the building, and she doesn't seem to appear there. And your guys seem to be staying put, pretty much. Like she's definitely on like the cage side of the building, doing something.
Yeah. Okay, well the cage side, I mean, that is a decent size. That's a decent size side. So, by the way, on the cage side, there's a lot. Is it like as open as on the front side, or is it like a bit more closed off?
It's pretty much open. Like that's where the road is, right? Like the well-trodden path, sort of, goes along that side. Like, you can see it here. It's right here, right? It's between the well and the building.
Along the cage side?
Yeah, on the cage side is where the well is on that side. The path back to the keep goes along that side. It's probably more established than like... Because here you mostly have like a little road that comes here, and there's a little bit flatter so that horses can travel up. And you got a little bit of stables here, right? And then here you have like an open area with a bunch of seating, like outdoor seating areas. And in the back it seems to be a little bit more like barren, like there's just grass there. Some bushes. Probably like a potato cellar or something on the back.
Okay. Yeah, so basically it's not like... Essentially she's just kind of standing out in the open still, and like with all people still seeing her and everything.
Yeah. And you're definitely on like the wrong side of the building right now to be able to really see what she's doing. Because you're on the direct opposite side of the building. You're skulking around the horses.
Wait, but wasn't I...
You're still here, no?
I guess... Right, okay, no, right, yeah.
So you went here, you look towards the road, you don't see her
fine.
walking this way, and you don't see her returning here, so she must be up here. And you don't hear the sounds of fighting, so your guys have definitely not run down, you know? After a little bit of you standing around here, struggling with decision fatigue, you are joined by...
Wait.
No, you are joined by Gurkha and Ron, who show up on your side of the building like...
Yeah, okay, I was gonna go...
Fuck, man. We were so close, and that fucking barmaid, like, walked in the way. And we knocked her, and we spilled beer everywhere. And then we were on the floor, and then she looked down, asking us, like... Well, asking Glib, like, what are you doing? He was like, I don't know. And then he
Like,
just said,
I'm just gonna like hold up. I'm just gonna hold up a hand like as they're talking like, and like, doesn't really matter right now, does it?
Guess not.
The situation is what it is.
Right.
So here's my take on this.
Right.
This doesn't feel like a good opportunity to spring some kind of ambush. But if you guys want to try to rescue your friend, I suppose now is the time.
Well, we can probably get Glib out whenever he's being moved. If he's just in the cage, we just get him out, right? Like, that's not a problem. It's more if they get Glib in the keep, that's when we're fucked.
Right. Yeah.
I'm also wondering,
Yeah.
she's still got her stuff in there. And she's all busy now. Now, there were still a lot of people there, but if she doesn't go back to get it, we could get her stuff when it gets darker, when less people are here. And you and the other three can, gank her. Get her.
Right. I suppose that could work as a backup plan. We should probably regroup with the rest of the group.
That's risky. That means we gotta cross over where everyone sees, either by the path or through the open area in front of the tavern. How about we just wait until she moves, man? And then we just get her.
Oh.
Or if she goes back in the tavern,
Oh.
we get Glib out.
I mean, the alternative would be we keep waiting around until she either starts heading away for the night, or perhaps if she even stays in the. Actually, this tavern, is it a place that has sleeping places? Does it look like that? Does it have an upper floor?
No, this is more of a tavern. It's not really an inn.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Well, I suppose if she keeps starts heading towards the inn, then I suppose we might be able to try to get her then. Or if she heads into the tavern once again, we can wait a bit longer.
All right. Let's just wait out a little bit. And they chill. And she doesn't seem to get back to the tavern. And after a while, indeed, one of them who's looking this kind of way, right? Who's looking towards the back. He goes like, "Shh, I see her. She's moving. She's moving. She's moving towards the keep. She's alone."
Right. Right. Let's move after her.
All right.
And how dark is it right now?
Oh, it's actually gotten pretty dark. It's definitely like, what would you say? Like a lower light degree mechanically right now.
Right. And the path she's walking on right now. If we like, I guess we start to like fast walk after her, or not after her, but like to the side, I guess.
Yep.
Kind of after. Are there like any stuff I can use for entangle?
Yeah, sure.
On this road?
Yep, there is.
Yeah. In that case, let's see. Entangle. What's the range of entangle? It is 80 yards. So when we start following her,
where along this road
do
you wanna strike?
Yeah. So when I get in, if I were to try to like, not obviously sneak, but like if I were to try to like get a preemptive entangle off like on the road that she's like walking into, or like right behind her too, kind of like. How close would I have to get when I like start the cast? To like time it, I guess.
How big is the AoE?
40-foot cube. So I guess it.
Yeah. Because you can't cast it silently, right? It's a verbal
actually,
component.
No, it's not gonna be silent.
Yeah. It'd be a little bit luck, because if she starts just running, she can always get out of the AoE you're casting in. But you can choose it when you go in initiative. You can like aim it when you actually go. You don't need to like choose an area and she can move out of it. It's not that bad. Magic is not that nerfed in 2e. But if you start casting, you'd have to be like... The range was like 120, you said?
The range is 80, but
80, okay.
is it the AoE? Is it centered on the range, or is it by music? Because
what page number does it say it is?
Perfect. 254.
Okay. There's Entangle. By means of this spell, the
It doesn't say anything in the text itself. It says the AoE is a 40-foot cube, but like, is the range to the center of the cube, or is it like the edge of the cube, or does the entire cube need to be within the 80-yard range?
I'm not sure. That's an interesting question. Let's learn about 2nd edition, shall we?
I mean, a 40-foot cube is pretty. That could be either extra range or like less range.
Yeah.
Depending on.
Let's see. Treasure, encounters, combat. Here, combat. Attacking without killing, missiles, rate of fire, range. That's missile weapons. Grenade-like missiles. Types of grenade-like missiles. Special defenses, parrying, saving throw, magic resistance, turning undead, injury and death, special damage healing, character death. Let's look at grenade-like missile, shall we? 132. That's probably similar. We're basically trying to determine if the range is 120 or if the range is 100, right?
Or it could be like
the entire thing has to be in range.
Yeah, so it could be only like 40 if I want to grab her with like the closest edge.
Yeah.
It depends, because if I want to like essentially like block off the path that she's entering into, so that she gets tagged by like the very closest edge to us, that would leave like a room for people to run into melee if they want, where they're not inside of the spell.
Yeah.
But again, like if that would be,
I mean, again,
that could mean like it's only.
The spell goes off on your initiative, which means that either they're in there already, or they're gonna go in there after the spell goes off. Or do you get entangled if you run into the spell after it's already gone off?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I guess we kind of initiative order our movement in a way, but like not actually do it gameplay.
No, we'll go in initiative. As soon as you start doing verbal components, we're rolling initiative.
Okay, yeah.
Magic. I'm looking at the DMG instead. See if it has any rule on this. Combat. I really don't see any rules on this, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think in 5e, I'm pretty sure
It's center, right?
the spell is like centered, so I'm gonna assume we do that.
Let's do that unless I find a ruling
So it
that
will
says
be to
otherwise in the
center
future,
part.
and then we'll change it if it says something else. You know?
Yeah. So essentially, if I want to get close enough to tag her with the edge, I need to get within 60 feet of her.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yes, exactly. So.
Yeah.
You need to get within 60 feet. How about you give me... Because, okay, here's another thing. 2e doesn't really have, like, skills the way 5e does, right? Like, we don't have a stealth check we can roll.
Yeah.
Now, one way to rule this is to say that you can just roll a dex check. And that's fine. But I want us to temper our expectations a little bit. Because the thief needs to be good. The thief is already struggling with this. And the thief has a special ability called Move Silently. Which I don't want to make into a worse ability than just rolling a dex check.
You know what we could do?
What?
We could roll a hunting check.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So, if we roll a dex check, that's never to, like, move silently. That is to, like, not make extremely obvious movements, but you could still be heard if someone is paying attention. Whereas move silently is like, even if someone is on guard, they will not spot you if you succeed, you know? I want that to be the difference between, like, the thief ability and the dex check, so that, like, a fighter with a good dex isn't as good as a thief at sneaking. Because, God help me, the thieves suck in combat, so just let them be good out of combat. That's what they're supposed to be good at. The thieves are supposed to be broken out of combat, so let them be that. And so, as you were you're a priest. Now, however, you were a hunter. So I was going to also suggest that we use a hunting check. Yeah. Now, what we'll do is, if you pass the hunting check, I'll roll a d100, and instead of that being 100 plus 100, plus a d100, it would just be a d100 distance. Because of this very tight situation we're in, okay?
Okay, sure.
And then, if you want to improve it, it's more hunting checks, if you don't get close enough. And you can set, like, if I roll 20, you won't be within 20 feet of her. You'll be at whatever range you want to be, pretty much. Because you can afford to stop early.
Okay.
But if I roll, like, a 95, you gotta improve it. Okay?
Sure. Okay. In that case, I guess, since I am technically moving with 2 other people now, do I get -2 to the check?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Because they're not hunters.
Okay. Yeah. So proficiency minus...
And of course, if you fail, we're starting,
-2.
like, we're just rolling initiative.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a hunting check -3. Because,
yeah.
It's normally -1.
How about if you fail, we'll start an initiative at 100 plus 100, d100.
What did you say? If
you fail the check, the hunting check, we just roll initiative at a distance of, like, 100 plus a d100. Of course, we'll still do a surprise check for her.
Alright, sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay, give me that hunting check.
Okay, we hunt. So my wisdom is essentially 11 for this.
Yep. That's a bad check.
Fail.
How about you give me a d100? 88, so 108.
Very far away.
190 away. For starting initiative. But let's see if you get a surprise round to dash. And use a full movement. So let's give her a d10. I'll just roll it in system. She is surprised.
Okay.
She does not see
so
this coming.
I guess, yeah, so I guess we essentially like move on a side along like a side road-ish, parallel to her kind of, but behind.
Yeah, so we'll roll initiative of her noticing you at 70 feet.
Okay, that is... yeah, 70 feet.
Yep.
Wait. Didn't you say we got a full surprise round, or is it
Yeah,
just?
so if you move 120 feet during your surprise round. Because you were 190 away.
Oh, I guess. Oh, right. Yeah.
That's why I did.
I was thinking it was just 88 away.
I did the
but
math. You see?
Yeah. No.
I did the math roll of 190 minus 120. So we'll start off like after your surprise round, you'll be at 70.
Yeah. I guess then at the end of the surprise round, what like actually triggers the surprise, like her noticing kind of, I guess, would be me saying, "Oh, my toe!" yelling out.
Yeah, exactly. And you yelling that from that means that the other people are probably going to be around late to this combat. The other three.
Yeah.
But that's fine. You got 2 bodies to tag for you, right?
Yeah. Although, I mean, we haven't actually been hostile yet, so I'm not sure. Would she like engage us right now?
You yell out my toe, and Gurkha draws 2 axes and runs at her.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep. So let's do some combat, shall we?
Yeah. All right. So we roll initiative.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna write up an initiative table. Another episode of Wada fights himself in D&D.
But I mean, I'm gonna actually do stuff now.
Yeah.
I'm planning on it.
Gurkha's still drunk, and Ron is still very drunk. Interesting.
Interesting.
And okay, and Glib is not here. He's in a cage. Cool.
I roll initiative, I guess. D20. So,
It's not D20.
I guess
it's
like
D10.
from where I'm standing. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. I meant a D10 actually.
Yeah.
From where I'm standing right now, could I cast Entangle in a way where I still leave like a bit of a window, like when I essentially like tag her, but it leaves an area, some kind of area next to her that isn't affected. Like essentially tag her with the corner or something.
Yeah, you could. Depends on how she moves, though. If she beats you in initiative.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say I'm gonna try to cast Entangle on her, and we'll see.
Now, from her perspective,
when it's
so
my
far,
turn.
it's just you and 2 people running at her. It's not like the full 5, you know?
Yeah.
Full 6, I guess.
Because the cast time is 4 for Entangle, so that's what I'm rolling with.
Yeah.
That was very late.
Your initiative is 13?
Yeah.
Okay. And these guys don't go this turn because they're just gonna get closer. Okay. Gurkha goes first. Gurkha charges at her with his 2 axes and takes a swing right for her head with one of them. So that is a 15 on the dice. He has a +1 from specialty. And then he has a -2 for dual wielding. So that's a 14 to hit. That's not gonna do it. He goes with an other attack.
One turn was 10 minutes, right?
1 turn is 10 minutes. 1 round is 1 minute. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, not gonna do it. His second attack is not one, so that's also not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Gurkha is failing horrendously. It is then the turn of the knight, who is going to try to strike him down with her polearm. She rolls a 2 on her attack, and that is not gonna do it. Because that's a...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that modified. That's still not gonna do it. Doo-ba-doo. Cool. That makes it your turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna cast... as I said, I'm gonna try to cast Entangle, so like... I guess... so how... Wait, okay. Can we draw up like a bit of a formation right now on the map?
Yeah. Let's do like over here. Let's do like in this box. So we got like a little bit of a road going here, a little bit of a path. You got Knight here. You got Gurkha running up here. We got like you here as a triangle, about 70 feet away. And we got like...
Yeah.
Your buddy is running up here, you know?
Yeah.
And then you expect help from this direction.
Yeah. So I guess essentially I would want to cast Entangle like kind of like... could you even see that? I don't think so. So essentially on the left side of the road, essentially. So like, the knight and I guess Gurkha too will get hit by it, but but on the road line there's like a, you can stand there and you're not affected by the entangle.
That's fine. If you're willing to bind Gurkha with this as well, I won't even argue with you.
Yeah, I mean I am evil, so I don't actually care if he dies as long as we get things done.
Yep. Cool. Alright.
We get it. And if he survives and is pissed about it, I'm just gonna say I trust, even if he dies and the other guys get pissed about it, I'm gonna say I trusted his skills.
Nice.
But
we'll think about it later. Let's do combat now.
Yeah.
You cast Entangled in like this kind of a box.
I guess it's pretty big, so it's kind of like
I think this is a pretty
way bigger.
Decent, if this is 70 feet. Yeah, it's a bit bigger.
Yeah, okay. Yes, maybe. But whatever, yeah. It's a box like that. Yes. So there's gonna be behind Gurkha, there will also be area that's affected between me and Gurkha.
Right, but how does it work? Can you run into this and you get entangled right away? Or is it just affecting people who are there now?
You roll a save. Both if you enter it or if you're inside of it.
Okay, cool.
You roll a save, and if you succeed the save, you can move around, but at 10 speed.
Right, I'll give Ron an intelligence check at disadvantage. No, at -5. Stupid 5 ideas popping into my head. I give him an intelligence check at -5 to understand that he shouldn't go in there because he is drunk and not familiar with magic.
Was he the one with the sling, by the way?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, so that it could be potentially fine even if he gets entangled.
I will also intelligence check to see if he uses his sling.
Sure. Okay, but it's
he is very drunk. He was under the table drunk. That is, I need to emphasize this point. Con checks, man. Con checks have been going poorly.
Yeah. But again, the knight and Gurkha, they make saving throws immediately.
Yes. Let's see then. The knight saving throws. Let's bring up player's handbook. I got saving throws on... Do I not have saving throws easily available? They're saving throws. They're in the DMG. Because of course they are. Why would they be in the player's handbook? That makes no sense. Saving throws. Warrior. That's her level. Her save is... Is it against spell?
Yeah, there's a spell.
Okay, she needs to roll 14 or higher on this. That's a pass.
Damn.
And then Gurkha. Gurkha needs to roll 17 or higher on this. That's a fail. You have bound Gurkha. Good job.
Yep. At least she is, as long as she's inside the area, which she is right now, she can only move at 10 speed, so she's she can pretty easily move out of it, but she's at least a little bit slowed down for the first turn, I guess.
10 speed, you said?
For the first round. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it becomes Ron's turn. Ron needs to roll a 5 or below on this check. He does! That means he uses his sling! What a champ! So yeah, he moves up like here-ish. Nice. Then he prepares a sling. Now he does have a -4 to hit on this. And normally a +1, so a -3. He needs a 19 or a 20 to hit this. Not good enough. Misses. -4 for being drunk, is that fair? I think that's fair for Ron. I'm not giving Gurka any benefits, anything like that for being like a little bit drunk, but Ron was like fucked up, man. Ron rolled an 18 on a con check in there. It was bad.
Yeah.
That means we are done with initiative and we go to the next round. Roll me initiative.
Yeah, so I guess right now I'm just gonna try to move around, kind of, and I'm not gonna be able to. Let's see, what is my movement speed again for one round?
If you're attacking, then 60 feet. If you're not attacking, 120.
Yeah, since I'm moving around, I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I'm even if I were to beeline, I need to more. So yeah, I'm gonna move around to like so I can get like kind of get into a flank, try to get into a flanking position. So just gonna use my entire movement for that.
Yep.
Would that be enough for me to like get up to her and attack her next round? Would I get close enough?
You're 70 feet away.
Yeah, that should be right.
Yep.
If I move 120 round now, it's an inefficient path, but that should definitely be enough.
Yep.
Yeah. So I roll. That's +3, right? To roll just if you're dashing.
Yep.
Five. Okay.
I have written their weapons on this initiative order to like see what weapons they're using, everyone. And on Ron it just says sling but drunk. That's his weapon. Sling but drunk has 3 times the initiative modifier as the regular sling and -4 to hit.
Yeah.
And despite that, he's actually second in initiative order. Except for you! No, you go first! He's third. You have 5, you go first.
Well, I use reposition, so I assume I'm like around where the little houses.
I'll draw a triangle for you.
Something. Again. Yeah.
Whoa. There we go. Okay, you're over there. That means it's Carl's turn. Carl rushes past your shoulder, sort of like shoulder brushing you as he runs forward. And with a charge... How did charging rules work again?
Do they work? Are there rules for that?
There are... Charging is a pretty big part of 2nd edition.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I forget how they work.
I didn't know about this.
No, we haven't really talked about, like, all of the combat maneuvers that much, because we haven't had to. You've always been in close combat and stuff. But there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do in 2nd edition, like disarming, and there's very detailed wrestling rules in 2e. Stuff like that. But let's see, the combat chapter is pretty big. Combat. Charging an opponent. A charge is also... A character can also charge a foe. A charge increases the character's movement rate by 50% and enables the character to make an attack at the end of his movement. So that makes it so that if you normally can move 60 in attack, you could charge 90 in attack. A charging character also gains a +2 bonus to his attack roll, mainly from momentum. Certain attacks, such as lances, inflict double damage in a charge. However, charging gives the opponent several advantages. First, they gain a -2 bonus to their initiative rolls. So, if the knight was within 2 initiative, Compared to the charging character, they would still go first, but they're not. Second, charging characters gain no dexterity bonus from armor class. That is not a problem for Carl. And they suffer an AC penalty of 1, so his AC is 9 for this round. Finally, if the defender is using a spear or polearm weapon, she is, and sets it against the charge, she's not, bracing the butt against the stone or her foot, she inflicts double damage on a successful hit. So charging people with polearms who are ready for it is very dangerous. Well done. That's something that you can do with your spear as well. You remember you have like a set against charge thingy?
Yeah. I've known about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
So he basically just has a -1 AC and a +2 bonus on his attack roll here.
Go attack.
Cool. Attaboy. Now Carl is that level. And that means her bonus to hit is 1 + 4. Yeah, +5 to hit. And his is +1 to hit, +2, that's +3. And then that +2. Okay, he has a +4 to hit on this turn. So let's roll his attack. Come on, Carl! Ah, that's not good enough. Poor guy. He charges in with his short sword. He stabs down in reverse grip. It's not a good idea. He shouldn't have done that. And he quickly shifts to shake hand grip again after missing. Then it is the turn of Maggot, but because of the initiative bonus to charging, the knight actually goes before that. So the knight will attack. She'll actually attack Carl here, I think. And that is enough to hit him, because he only had 9 AC this turn.
Wait, Carl?
Yeah, she'll attack Carl here.
Carl? Is Carl here?
Yeah, Carl I just did a whole thing about how Carl ran past you, brushing your shoulder from behind, charging in.
It was Carl! I thought it was the sling guy you were talking about.
Oh.
I thought he was charging into melee.
Ron? No, not Ron.
Okay.
No, this is Carl.
No,
coming
okay,
from behind.
Carl. Okay, yeah.
He skipped out on the first
yeah.
round of combat because he was running over here.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, okay. I've been saying Carl the whole time. I need the
you have,
damage for...
I was just thinking it was Ron. I didn't think the other guys had caught up yet. That's why.
Yeah.
I was just not thinking about them.
I only gave it 1 turn skip. I could have probably given it more. Okay, I need the damage for this weapon. It is a D10 damage. And then +2 for specialization, so it's D10 +2. That's 10 damage. Let's roll Carl's HP.
Oh my god, Carl's like 10 damage.
Yep.
Goddamn.
Carl only has 9 HP. Carl's down.
Damn.
That is scary. That's leader down. Next in the order is Maggot, who will roll a morale check. So, leader goes down. That is definitely a bad thing for morale. He needs to roll 8 or lower on this to keep fighting. Nope. That is terrible morale check. Maggot runs away. Which makes it Ant's turn, his brother, who I think loses another morale point for his brother running away. So he needs to roll 7 or lower on this. He does! Ant the hero! Ant charges in as well with a +2 attack. So that makes it a... Yeah, +2 for him because he's not level 2. +2 to hit. That is a miss. That is not... It's not going well for you guys here. That makes it Gurkha's turn. Gurkha is going to do his double attacks again with his double axes. The first one is at a -1 in total. That hits! That hits! 16 hits!
Oh my god.
Oh my god, okay.
By the way, the knight is she wearing armor right now?
She had a chest plate. So yes, but
Okay.
she doesn't have limbs, doesn't have legs, doesn't have a helmet. So it's not a full set of like plate, but she has like a plate chest. Like a plate...
Okay, yeah.
A plate chest, yeah. That's what I described earlier.
A breastplate.
A breastplate, yes. A breastplate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully for her, she doesn't need the breastplate stretcher.
So that is D6 damage plus 2. The reason why these people have plus 2 to damage a lot of the time is from being fighters. They can specialize in a weapon, which is a good way to get plus 2 damage.
Yeah.
That's max damage. I will roll her HP in secret. Oh my god, I rolled pretty well. Let's do some math. Fuck it. I'll just take away dice for what is lost. Cool, that's how much HP she's got left. And that brings us to initiative. 1 down, 1 ran away. Oh no, whoa,
Yeah.
wait, we got Ron. We got Ron, who needs to roll an 18 or 19 to hit.
Alright, Gurkha hit 1 attack, right?
Gurkha hit 1 attack. Oh yeah, Gurkha also has a second attack. Ron misses. But Gurkha's second attack is at minus 3.
Yeah. He max roll damage, by the way.
That's a miss. What? Yeah, he max roll damage.
Yeah. That's neat.
That's neat, yep. He did 8 damage with his first axe. His second axe misses. And Ron misses his pellet shot as we go into initiative.
So how is the knight looking after that hit from Gurkha?
You know, took a very solid blow, but is definitely fighting valiantly still.
Alright.
Could probably take another 1 or 2 of those.
Alright. Yeah, I guess I'll move up and attack.
Okay, cool. Do you...
'Cause I mean, I can't...
I mean, now that there's gonna be 2 of you in combat, you can probably, like, flank her, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna try to get from behind her.
You can get behind her, no problem. She's currently engaged with Gurkha. So you can get a plus 2 bonus.
Yeah, yeah.
Plus 2 for back attack.
It's to initiative too?
No, it's just a hit. It's just a hit, yeah. But let's do initiative first.
Here is... Yeah, it's plus 6, so I will probably go pretty...
the knight rolled
pretty
max
last.
initiative. That's bad.
I rolled 10, okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna go in order for these guys. Because the knight rolled max initiative, she can't beat anyone else. Because she rolls with a bigger modifier than anyone else in this fight. Except Ron, but fuck Ron. So I'm just gonna have it be like, they all go after you, in this case. Instead of breaking it up. So we'll just do you, and then we'll do all your guys, and then we'll do the knight. It's gonna be simple.
Alright, so I move to be like behind her, or like to the side behind her, not directly behind her.
Yep.
Because that would be within the entangled zone.
Okay.
And then I spear attack.
Oh, then it's only plus 1 if you're flanking from the side.
It's like it's I mean it's diagonally between the side. If it's like it's 50-50% if from the side and from behind. So it's like
okay.
Yeah.
50% it. Give me D100 and
So
roll 49 or below.
Okay.
Oh, roll 50 or below actually.
Yeah. 50 exactly.
You are so lucky I changed the number there. You are so lucky.
So I get plus 2.
You get plus 2.
Hits.
Sure. Fine.
I rolled RNG to get other RNG.
Yep. Alright, can we hit an attack roll today? AC 16 has been made pretty clear. You know what AC 16 is? That's Badger AC, baby. Ah.
Yeah, that is not an attack roll hit.
That is not an attack roll hit. You already have plus 2 from back attack. You are attacking from slightly uphill. I'm not gonna give you high ground.
Am
Yeah, because you're in a slope, right? But I'm not gonna give you high ground. It's not substantial enough.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Sorry, not a hit.
I can miss.
We go to Gurkha, who starts rolling with his -1 attack.
By the way, did any of the other guys do morale checks? From or was it just maggots?
It was just maggot and ant. Both of them did one.
Okay. Yeah.
Ron and Gurkha are drunk, and Carl is dying. So.
Yeah.
And then one person is you. And oh yeah, there's also Glib who's in a cage. Okay, then we roll with -3.
It's not a hit. No.
That's also not a hit. Both of them miss. So then we go to Ron, who needs to roll a 19 or 20 to hit. He will not. Then we go to Carl. He bleeds. Then we go to Maggot, who's still too afraid to fight. We go to Ant, who is going to just attack with a +1 to hit. And miss. I'm not even getting rolls, close. Man. Your strategy of making me roll the combat is failing brutally. And then we go to the Knight.
It is.
Who has 1, 2, 3 valid targets. I'm just gonna randomize it. You're number 3. Gurkha's number 1. Ant is number 2.
Yeah.
Ant has an AC of 10. And she attacks at +5. That is a hit. So we do...
She has +5 to hit, goddamn.
She is a level 5 character.
She's level 5, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
That is max damage. Ant cannot have more HP than that, so he goes down. Let's see how much he goes down to. Oh yeah, Ant was one of the rogues. Oh shit. Oh shit. He goes down to -7.
Is he dead or is it no? It's -10, right?
Yep. And that's initiative. Let's roll it.
Okay, so we have 2 people down. We have 1 person run away. We have.
It is you, Ron, and Gurkha right now.
2 out of them. Yeah, and they're both drunk. Yeah, okay.
Well, Gurkha is not mechanically drunk.
I'm out.
You're out? Fuck this fight?
Yeah, but he's locked up, so I'm gonna do like a disengage away so she doesn't have an opportunity to attack me.
Okay, sure. Roll me initiative with +3.
He's still in the entangled field, so if she tries to pursue me, she'll have at least 1 turn of being slowed down.
Yep.
So, so I'm gonna try to. So this is
Riodon.
This on
fails
this map,
his
like this,
morale check. By choice.
Yeah. So on this map, this is the direction like we came from, right? So this would be the direction to.
You guys came from like down here, because like. Yeah. The tavern's like over there. The tavern's like here-ish.
And where are the gate? Where are the gates?
The gate that you came in through is like all the way down here. Like in this direction.
Okay, but it's in.
Yeah. The keep is like up here. This direction.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, so I'm gonna move away from the keep and towards the gate, so I can get the fuck out of this town.
Okay.
When I disengage, how much movement is that?
That's a third.
A third. So I move 20 feet.
No, 40. It's a third of 120. Remember, we always use 120 as the base movement.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Because attacking is already a half move. Okay, so that's a 40 feet movement. Roll me initiative for it though.
Yeah.
Oh, she actually rolls 12 on initiative.
I rolled 10 on it.
Yeah, you're gonna beat her. And then let's roll some initiative for the other guys. Let's go Gurkha. Gurkha rolls bad. And let's do Ron. Ron also rolls bad. She beats both Ron and Gurkha. You go first. You disengage. You go 40 feet away.
Yeah.
That is the knight's turn. She attacks Gurkha.
Yes, I'm down here somewhere.
Yeah, she attacks Gurkha. And Gurkha's level 2. That's an 11 to hit. Gurkha was more armored than the others. That's actually a miss. She does not hit Gurkha. Oh, you know what I have been forgetting this entire fight? I've been forgetting her second attacks at the end of turns that she has every round.
Oh. Oh. She has that as well, huh?
Yep, because she's level 5 and she's a specialist. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've got to keep doing it from now on. I'm gonna say that she was surprised, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, level 5 characters are strong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't feel like you get too much when you level up in this game, but you do. It is relevant shit.
I mean, you at the very least you get a lot more health.
Yes.
That is like a very obvious thing.
Yes, that is very true. Which is why she took 8 damage. And
she apparently took. She took it like a champ, apparently.
She took 8 damage and she still has 14 health. So.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. I don't think we're winning with this lineup of us. And I'm not risking getting one shot. I only have 6 health.
I was genuinely curious what 7 characters, 1 level 3, 1 level 2, no, 2 level 2s, and 5 level 1s, how they were going to do against a level 5 character. I was actually curious. I didn't know. But with one of them in a cage, and then one of them drunk, apparently badly. Apparently badly is the answer. You know what's even crazier? She's probably about as strong as a badger. Same AC, 1 attack less per round, slightly better to hit, but slightly better, much better damage.
I mean, much better HP as well, right?
Yes, much better HP. Badger would be dead by now. That 8 damage would kill the Badger.
Yeah.
Badger has, I think, 1d8 minus 4 HP. Or maybe like 1d4 HP, something like that. I don't know. Badger had bad HP.
Okay, so shall we continue the combat?
Let's do it. It's Ron's turn. He needs a 19 or 20 to hit.
But wait, what happened? I ran away, and then did she attack? Yeah, she attacked Gurkha.
Yes, but she missed him. And then she gets her second attack. On Gurkha again. That is not only hit, that is a crit. That is a crit for 11 damage. Gurkha is one of the level 2 characters. But does not have good enough HP to go. Gurkha's down. Yeah, you're running away. Let's end combat. She will chase down Ron and probably arrest him as you run away.
I just leave. I just run to the place where I came from the wall and just try to just run out of town.
Yep, that seems like a good idea.
And then back to the hills.
And then back to the hills.
To the hills.
Yep. That. You know what? I have rolled a lot of bad attack rolls there. Like, yeah, she had, with 16 AC, she had a pretty good chance, you know, but I rolled very badly. I wasn't even close. Not even close. Riodon runs out of town. She's too busy arresting Ron.
Yeah. So do I make it into the hills?
Yeah,
safely.
You'll make it into the hills. That's probably fine. You can run. There's enough. It's not really. I'm not gonna maybe roll for it because there's enough distractions that you can just go. That's probably fair here, I think.
Yeah.
So Riodon makes it to the hills. You do need to go grab your backpack on the way back, which means you gotta go by the stables again. Unless you leave it.
I mean, I guess I had. I didn't mention it, but I just in my head I just had all my stuff with me this whole time.
Okay, you probably didn't have it during the fighting though, because then you would have been encumbered.
No, probably not. So I guess in that case I probably just left it.
Yeah.
And then try to snag it on the way out.
Yeah,
I guess in that case.
How about you just give me an initiative roll? Just to see how effective you're leaving town. At +3. And I'll roll one at +10 for like the city defenses. So minus +10.
9.
Yeah, I rolled a 12 on my +10. So yeah, with a 9 you can't really lose to it. So
yeah,
it was a very, very advantageous check, but I think it was fair.
I managed to snag. So I managed to snag my backpack and get out.
Yeah, you snag your backpack, you get out of town.
Yeah, okay.
You're scot-free. You're in the hills. You're maybe.
Yeah.
As midnight comes, you are probably about an hour's travel out of town if you just kept going. If you wanted to go that far.
Yeah, I mean, since I'm in the hills, I'm just gonna do my usual thing and try to find a place to sleep for the night.
We just rest. Fuck it. Shit went bad. We rest.
Yeah, I mean, it's practice, right? I'm doing that first, then I can reflect on what happened, right?
Yep. You set up camp. You chill.
Not much of a setup camp, because I'm trying to stay stealthy as per usual.
Yeah.
When I'm alone, so I find a bush or whatever. I eat.
Find a bush.
Some dinner.
You eat some dinner. Mark off a day of rations. And
I used it. And as I'm doing it, right
now we can reflect.
I'm just gonna I guess it's either inner monologue or speaking quietly to himself. Probably inner monologue because he wouldn't make noise.
Yeah.
Unnecessary. So inner monologue right now is essentially that night, I definitely underestimated her. She was quite a fierce opponent. A shame it didn't go according to plan, but you win some, you lose some. Nothing of value was lost.
Yep.
And that's about it. Then it's I suppose I should try to start smaller. Maybe try to scout around the surrounding areas around town from tomorrow.
Yeah. Do some light terrorism.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. Well then, morning comes. I've already rolled the encounter checks for the night, and you are unaccosted again. You've been doing pretty well on your encounter checks this campaign, at least.
Yeah.
So is the plan to stay in the mountains around Valles, where, again, Valles mostly does a lot of importing food. So there's not that many outlying farms around here. There are some, down here in this little river valley that travel food across the North Mountain, but that's about it.
The plan is to not necessarily stay in the hills, but try to this is probably gonna take a few days, but essentially scout out the surrounding territory to see what is the population around there? Are there? Because I assume I know about farms and all that stuff, right? How that usually works. I kind of understand that decently, right?
Oh yeah, you know what a farm is, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
So essentially, I mean, because obviously I don't actually know that they import things and there's not a lot around, so
that's fine.
I will try to scout out that information. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Essentially. And after I'll probably start doing what the situation is. I'll probably start doing some terrorism.
I'm gonna write on the calendar for that day, Night Massacre. Piaya wins.
I guess me and Maggot got away.
Maggot, I need to make some rolls for Maggot. Well, as far as you know, you and Maggot got away.
Sure.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
So, we are now on Saturday the 27th of September. You want to spend a few days getting reconnaissance. You know what that means? For the first time in Irondice history, we're in October.
Oh my god.
I have to draw a new calendar.
Are we doing like a montage of me gathering intel?
We can do that with some encounter checks.
Yeah, because I mean, I would have to hunt in the meantime too.
Yes, we can do some montaging. We can do some hunting. Let me just draw a calendar first, because that is pretty important for me to run the game.
So I guess I would probably start by scouting out the area between Kagum and Valles, like around there, that side of Valles.
That's probably pretty smart. Yeah. There's a lot of farms there.
Yeah.
Although Kagum mostly has his farm on this side.
Yeah, but I mean, this is like this area is where I'm already at, so that's why I'm starting there.
So down here, there's not a lot of stuff. I remember talking about that when we played Lucius, right? Like this road is not surrounded by too much stuff, but up here in this little river delta, up here towards here, that's a up here towards here. Wow, Wada, you're so verbose today. I'm such a great speaker. That place has more farming stuff going on.
So this area, this river place,
yeah.
Could I cross over the river and into like the forested area?
You could if you go uphill a bit, or if you build a raft. If you go uphill a bit, the rivers will get thin enough that you can cross them. If you try to cross them like by the delta, it's gonna be tougher.
How wide is it by the delta?
That's not one of the biggest rivers. That's only a feeder river. Probably like... I think 30 meters is probably appropriate. It's not a huge river.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I do have swimming. I figured I might have swam across, but if it's that wide, I would probably try to find a way to walk.
Yeah. It's still a fused river from two feeders.
I'm scouting anyways.
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can do, for every day on this calendar, I can do 4 dashes plus a little bit more. If I want 7 days in the week. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit more. Sorry, this is taking a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit more. I do actually need to have this done, because otherwise keeping track of what you're doing is difficult.
Yeah. So this area that I'm scouting out, let's say it's like from if you're looking, are you looking at the map?
Now I am.
Oh. So it's like if we draw like a line here straight down between the lake and the hills.
Yeah.
That's like the cutoff point in this direction, and then like the forested area up here. So it's like can I draw?
I don't know if I give you the permission to draw. I don't mind if you do.
Yeah, I was just thinking to. It's a lot easier to show if I can just draw the.
Yes.
Area.
There should be a pen thing here if you can draw. On this side of the thingy. In the left hand side of the screen.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think so. No, I can't.
I can do it in settings. 1 second. User settings. Whoa! I did something weird. Okay, configure permissions. Player.
Shit, can I do a circle? Oh, can you see that? The circle thing?
I can. That's just range marking. But yeah, that works too.
Yeah.
Here, use drawing tool.
Yeah, okay, let's just say...
Save configuration. Save and return.
Okay, no. Okay, there
Now
it is.
you got a drawing tool.
Yeah.
So it's the, you go to drawing tool, and then there's one that is like, it's called draw freehand, is the one that I always use.
Oh yeah, there it is, yeah. Yeah, it basically is this area. If I want to scout out this whole area,
yeah,
how long would that take?
That's a good question. Probably 3 days, I think.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
In that case, I guess I will.
If you want to know
start
like
from
where
the south
every farm is and how everything's structured.
Yeah, more or less. That's the plan. Just to know. I guess I don't need to know literally everything, but like just get a sense for like where are there farms here and where are they?
Yeah. There are. They're mostly up here between the two rivers. There's quite a few, and also on the forest side, there's quite a few.
Yeah, so I would essentially start down in the south, since that's where I am.
That's where you met Carl on them.
And and by the end of the 3-day period, I would be like at the edge of the woods.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's do some kind of roll for if you encounter any like farmers out and about working, you know. Let me Google something. Let's see. What do farmers do in October?
I mean, that's like the harvest period, isn't it?
Yeah, finishing up harvesting. You'd be mostly done with harvesting, and then there's just some late season crops left, including root vegetables like potatoes and carrots. So probably digging up potatoes. That's probably what they're doing. So they are out and about quite a bit right now.
Yeah. I guess since due to the season, I guess I can't really burn any fields because there aren't any fields to burn.
No.
But I can try to burn down reservoirs.
Yes, you can.
Cause a famine over winter.
That's true. I'm doing very important, relevant things like right now, like marking out the moon phases for the next month. You know, those fundamental parts to DMing that you can't skip.
Yeah, of course, I understand.
The pains of the simulation is
DM. Were we rolling encounters?
Yes, as soon as I have written down 28 numbers.
Yes. By the way, when I'm like at if say I'm on the road, can I see the forested area in the distance, or is it like too far away?
On the road, you can probably not see it, but once you get to the river, you can probably see it in the distance.
Yeah. Okay.
Scale's pretty big here.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm gonna remove 3 days of rations from me for this whole.
You do that.
Which means I have 1 day rations. Rations left. So actually, 3 days was very perfect because now I have 1 day rations, which I will spend on day hunting.
Okay. Cool. We got October. We got a new calendar, guys. I drew it. I drew the whole thing without a ruler. I used a pen as a ruler. It's great. A pencil.
Okay, so encounters for the 3 days.
Yes. I mostly want to check for farmers here. Those are gonna be your main encounter on this table, I think. So. That is a fantastic. That is as unaccosted as you could possibly be day one. Oh, give me a charisma check to help me modify results here. It's not gonna bother the first
And
one
I
because
want
you rolled a
the one
3.
this.
You want high because you want above your charisma because you want to fail.
Yeah, I want to fail exactly.
Yeah, failing charisma check. Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, you are quite.
It's pretty. It's still pretty far from my. I have 15 charisma, so it's not like a.
Yeah, it's not a great
success,
check.
but it is a success.
It is a pass. Your high charisma is basically a way of us knowing like you stand out when you walk places. That's what your high charisma represents in a lot of societies.
I mean that makes sense in this case.
Yes.
I am a bit out of place in terms of outfit.
But okay, so on a failed charisma check, I was going to have an encounter from 60 and up. That's pretty high. I rolled a 3, a 4, and a 33 on D100s.
Mm-hmm.
That is ridiculous good luck. My God.
What did you say? What did you say was the
cutoff
number
point?
to?
Yeah, I was going to have an encounter on a 60 or higher, and a more problematic encounter the higher towards 100 I got. This is my usual. Yeah. My average encounter table usually has like no encounter in the lower numbers, and then increasingly bad encounters past a checkpoint. You know. So like 3 zombies was like a 94 or something at one point in Lucius. It was a really, really bad encounter check. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I've had like Riodon just had like very crazy luck with like random encounters. Cause
yes.
I have slept alone in the woods for like several weeks now, and I have never encountered anything.
That's true. Now, to be fair, I did give you a really good table in the forest. And I only gave you slightly worse table in the hills because they are not like densely populated with stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But down here, this was a pretty bad. Like 60 is a pretty like that's on average is 1.5 encounter, you know, ish, 1.5 or something. On 3 days.
Yeah.
And you did not get any, and 2 of them were like a 3 and a 4. So I don't even think you saw anyone those days. Like you were so unaccosted. As you walked around, Mr. Nature, one with the nature, you know. So yeah, you have a pretty good idea that there's like 8 farms in this whole area. It's not a lot, but they supply like root vegetables mainly, and you know they got some storage facilities, but not too many. Most things would be stored in Vallis on the north side of Vallis, the more sparse side of Vallis. And that because that's also where like you know imported stuff comes in. You will have seen that there's probably about 3 or 4 groups of travelers coming towards Vallis every day, and only one time during these 3 days did someone travel from Vallis to Cagium. So much more people move that way than move back to the capital.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so I end my 3-day scouting mission in the forest, essentially, at the edge of the forest.
Yeah.
Which is probably where for that night I probably sleep in the forest, and then the next day I try to go hunting in the forest.
That's great. Let me just mark all that down then. So we do scout. And on October 1st, we're still scouting. Riodon. And then here we're gonna be hunting.
Yeah.
Okay, you know the drill. Ooh, I get to use the second forest encounter table again.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something like that. By the way, to prepare for the hunting day.
Yep.
I'm going to prepare invisibility to animals.
Ooh.
Entangle and cure wounds.
Okay.
Because that should actually make using that spell should actually make. I kind of realized that should actually make hunting like way easier.
It should, yeah. That's a great spell. I had not thought of that.
Yeah, and there's no. I have Holly. Yeah, I have Holly. Or can I find some Holly in the forest?
What is holly? Oh, that's not.
Järnek.
Järnek. What is that?
You Google it. It's a tree. Holly. It's kind of associated with Christmas.
Järnek. Oh, those things. Do they?
It's
Järnek habitat. I'm gonna do a biome check on this. Does
there,
this grow
Holly
here?
is kind of a big deal in like Celtic
Yeah.
culture and stuff like that.
Oh, no, I have a map of where it
Holly
grows.
and oak.
Yeah, it grows in all of France, and there's places inspired by southern France. Southern France is very green on this map. It definitely grows here.
Okay, yeah. Right.
Give me a... Do you have some kind of foraging check or something?
No, I don't actually. But I mean, I just need some leaves.
Give me like a wisdom and a -5. You'll succeed either way, but we'll see how much time it takes.
Okay, yeah. So the first thing I do in the morning is try to look for some holly.
Yeah. That's a fail.
So 10.
Yeah, so that's gonna take you, I think, 2d4 hours.
Yeah.
I was gonna do 1d4 hours on a pass. That's a 6-hour search, it turns out, too. But you find some. You got some holly. You can take as much as you want here and stock up on it.
Yeah, I just need like a leaf. So
Well, yeah, but you probably want some for the future, no?
yeah, I grabbed like a handful of leaves and just put them in my pocket.
Right.
It's,
You have holly for like 10 castings you can mark down somewhere.
Holly leaves.
Yeah. Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Let's do some hunting then.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna check real quick.
So how long does invisibility to animals last?
1 turn plus 1 round per level. But I'm not gonna cast that until I actually find something.
Yes.
That's the plan.
So I think that, yeah, on one hunt then, the one hunt where you can cast it, you can pretty much get as close as you want. That's...
Yeah, I mean, they
I would still make you roll
Yeah.
hunting checks past like 30 feet, but at like a +5.
I mean, as long as I find something, I can just cast a spell on me. They just can't detect me at all.
Yep. Okay, cool. Then you can just get as close as you want
Oh.
and get a guaranteed surprise. A surprise round on it.
Yeah.
That's really good for hunting.
Yeah.
It's
I can
almost out of
apparently
character
even-
that you haven't done this so far.
Yeah, I just haven't thought about it
Yeah.
in real life that I actually had that. But yeah, it's so much easier when I use this.
Yep.
It says is one thing.
Does it break when you attack the animal?
Yeah, it breaks my attack.
Yeah.
It says I can pass through animals. I assume that pass through a group is what they mean. I assume
Yeah.
I can't literally like physically walk through an animal.
No. I think you like walk through a herd
no.
without disturbing them.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So again, I have not thought about this spell at all in
Yep.
this context, but it is very strong for hunting.
It is very strong. Well done. Give me a hunting check.
It's also I think we can kind of explain this in a way where, you know, Riodon has not been very in tune with his druidicness, right?
Yeah.
So he's kind of been like trying to rely on just the physical side.
Yeah, and the fact
But
that
as
you've
he's
cast some magic recently maybe has you thinking more about the magic, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Well
That's what
done.
I'm thinking.
Let's turn on
Yeah, so
some,
let's just start with doing some hunting checks.
Yes, 1 second. Okay, do a hunting check.
D10, 20. Up. 50, so 14.
That's a fail, though, right?
But that is on my wisdom.
Oh, that is a critical success then.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, wait, wait, it's not. Right. No, my wisdom is minus, so it's I have 13 wisdom.
Yes,
that's
yes,
how it
yes.
works.
You needed to roll a 13 or lower. Okay, no, so it's a failure.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
Okay, so we lose.
Yeah, I'm stupid.
I think we said half an hour, right?
Yeah, that's what we've been saying.
Yeah, so we're 6.5
So we do
hours
another?
into the day. Yep.
Yeah. 6.5.
Yeah, because you just spent 6 hours
Into
looking
the
for
day.
Holly.
I thought you said it was like 2 hours, but
I
guess
rolled
it
a
was
2d4. If you look in the dice log, you can see that I rolled 2d4.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, I just missed it.
Yeah.
I don't accuse you of lying. I just missed it.
Yeah. You heard
Okay.
2d4 is 2. Now that's a pass.
2. Okay, that's a success.
Okay, so
Yeah.
7 hours into the day, we have a success. Let me just do the other rules for it. I do it myself this time. Ooh. It's revenge time. You see a warthog.
A warthog,
Yes.
as in the savannah living thing
Well, let's just make it a boar.
in a forest.
Let's just make it a boar. It says
So is it a
warthog.
small boar?
It says warthog, but yeah, let's just make it a normal boar. Boar wild.
Okay. Honestly, I'm not gonna take on a boar, because
Okay.
last time I kind of lucked out. It is a bit too dangerous for me. At
Okay,
my
you leave it be?
HP.
You leave it be?
Yeah,
Okay. Give me another hunting check though. To try to localize something.
yeah.
That's a critical failure.
That's 20, which is bad.
7.5.
Yeah, I guess I'll do one more. If I fail, then I'm gonna do a lunch break and then
Okay.
continue.
Sure.
But I still have food left. I have the
Yeah,
today's
yeah.
ratio.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a pass.
12. That's yeah, that's 1 under. That's very good.
That's great. That's great.
Are you're rolling the table, I assume?
Yeah, I'm rolling the table. I'm just doing it here.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's a little bit quicker for me to just do it.
Yeah.
I'm sort of doing a thing where I'm rolling results, but this table doesn't have like biome settings. So I'm getting results and I'm like recontextualizing them. For example, translating a warthog into a boar. What do I translate that into?
yeah.
I guess that's a deer. Sure, that can be a deer. Close enough.
Okay. Is it a male deer or a female deer?
You rolled a camel, by the way.
Okay.
I think it's a pretty big deer. I think it's like a male or female. Sure, let's see. It's an old male.
Okay.
Yeah, let's take the stag wild stat block. I think that's fair here
Okay.
for a camel.
When you say old, do you mean as in like mature, or do you mean as in like old and like weaker?
Weaker, definitely. This one looks aged to the point of like definitely slouching a little bit. I rolled max age on the die, so.
All right, we're gonna try to take on the deer.
The stag.
I'm gonna cast as soon when I. Yeah, well, the stag is a deer, so.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast invisibility to animals on myself.
Okay. Cool.
That is actually no vocal thing either. It's just somatic material. So I'm doing it silently as
Okay.
well. So I'm rubbing Holly on myself.
Yep.
Scrub. Yeah. Then I just kind of walk up to the deer.
Yep.
Walk as close as I can to get an optimal spear stab.
Yep.
And I guess I'm behind it or whatever, and I try to just stab it in the most optimal
Fully
place.
invisibly,
Like
you are pretty much out of combat. I think I'm just gonna give you an auto hit. That is the same thing we give to like a sleeping target out of combat.
I guess I tried to stab it in the neck.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
because it should be pretty easy target.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you an auto crit. You're still gonna have to roll the crit, but you'll hit no matter what.
Sure. I guess I roll to attack still to see if I crit.
Yeah, do it with a +5.
Alright.
No, wait, +4 is the number here. +4.
+4.
Yeah, so you'll hit no matter what, but you'll crit if it's... Yeah, it's not 10 above AC.
It's
not 5 above AC, I mean. So, that's gonna
crit.
be a normal hit. So, yeah. Let's do some combat music of you fighting a stag.
What's the size of the deer? Of the stag? Is it large?
Stag wild. Doesn't say. Stag. Wild stags are the aggressive males of the deer herd. Normally docile and passive, they defend their herds against all but the most fearsome opponents. Deer... Doesn't say. Wow. They gave me morales, but it didn't give me sizes. I think it's a medium-sized creature.
Okay. And then I do 1d6, I guess.
Yes. Because it's definitely smaller than like a buffalo, right?
In that case, is it like a roe deer then? Rådjur?
No, I think it's a stag. I just don't think it's big enough to be large.
I mean, what is a stag? A stag is just any male deer. Is it like an elk? Like a...
When I googled it, I got this image. I'm gonna send it to you on the Discord. That's the image I got.
Yeah, I think that's a roe deer. So yeah, that would be medium, I guess.
Okay, sure. Medium-sized makes sense.
It's something
I just thought of it in my head, and I was like, that is not as big as a horse. It's medium.
No, actually, that is not a roe deer. It's something else. But
yeah,
it's
I think it's some kind of
deer, I think?
It's some kind of American deer. Fuck it, it's an American game. It can be an American deer.
Yeah, okay. It's a red deer basically, which is actually I'm pretty sure it's the landskapsdjur of Västmanland.
No, that's the roe deer.
Is it?
Yeah, roe deer is ours.
Yeah, maybe.
I know it. I know this because our American
yeah.
football team here in Västerås are called the Västerås Roe Deers, which is by far the least threatening American football team name in all of the Swedish American football leagues, which I have been furious about in many a conversation.
Well, anyways, time to actually roll damage.
Okay, roll some damage. Max damage.
6 max damage.
Let's roll some HP. Okay, you killed off an entire hit die. It is still up though.
Nice.
So let's roll some.
Now we roll initiative.
Combat. Yep, let's roll some initiative.
I'm just gonna attack again.
That makes sense. Okay. Morale for a stag is unsteady, 5 or 7. That makes sense. So let's just morale check for it first. It fails morale, so it's going to rout. That is your initiative. Its initiative is D10 plus 3. It definitely beats you in initiative. And it is routing, so well, that's an opportunity attack.
Yeah, alright. Let's attack.
It is also twice as fast as you, by the way.
Yeah.
So I think that literally just gets away. But you can stalk it.
Yeah, we're gonna start. I mean, it is injured, so
it is injured. So take a +1 to your hunting here.
All right.
Roll me a hunt check. Pass.
Passes.
Okay. Give me the D100.
I have to, or yeah, no, never mind.
Okay, 190.
Yeah.
So with a +1, so still at the 14.
Yeah.
That's a fail.
No, yeah.
Let's give it a surprise check. It is surprised. So go to 70 feet.
Yep.
Great, you're at 70 feet. And we roll initiative.
Yeah. I am going to try to cast Entangle.
Okay, it goes at 11.
Plus 4, yeah. 7 or 11. I rolled 11 too.
That is simultaneous. I think with your 40-foot cube, you'll be able to hit it. No problem. If you go at the same time.
Okay, then it makes a save against spell.
Yes. I just roll it in system. Okay, so now I have to do the fun thing, which you always have to do in 2E, where I have to decide: is a stag, a fighter, a priest, a wizard, or a rogue?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a fighter, right? That's was in the description, right?
I do think that yes, it is a fighter. I agree. So it is a 3rd level fighter. And a 3rd level fighter saving throw against spell is 16. So 16 or better. Fail.
Okay, so it is locked up.
Yes. The question is, I think because you went at the same time, you can't like carefully cast it on the edge. So it's going to be pretty like centered. I think it's gonna be like 1 square inside of it. So there's like a 5-foot distance to get to it inside of the tangle. Which means that you can probably get to it, but then you will also be entangled potentially.
Yeah. I mean, as long as can I get behind it? Because I mean, it shouldn't be able to turn around if it's entangled, right?
Let's give a luck check to see if its butt is facing out of the thing. I think its butt is facing like into the middle of the square actually.
Yeah.
Because I think what happens is when you go at the same time, you kind of have to center your square on it to get as much of a chance as possible of catching it. Which means it runs to the edge a little bit before it gets caught, because you have to actually summon it, right? So it gets caught like 1 square away from the edge, and then its butt is facing inwards. I think that's the only thing that makes sense here.
Okay, so actually, in that case, are there any stones on the ground around here?
Absolutely. You wanna go
so
get
I'm gonna
pick up
try.
rocks?
Yeah, so essentially, I'm gonna try to like get. So essentially, it is like its face is like is outside of the, or it's not outside, but its face is pointing. It's facing to the outside of this area, right?
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to. I have 10 minutes to do this.
You do.
So I'm gonna like run around and like pick up rocks and run around to be in front of it and like be like as like up in its face as possible without being like in range of its antlers. And then I'm gonna start pelting rocks into its face.
Yeah, from a 10-foot range.
Yeah.
So rock is actually a weapon.
Yeah.
Its close range for no modifiers is 6 feet, which you can be within, because it's only a 5-foot distance. So from 6 feet you can toss.
Yeah.
It's a fast weapon. Let's see, how many turns does it take you to gather rocks? Roll me 1d4. Or how many rounds you lose to gathering rocks. 2. So you have 8. You have 8 throws.
2.
Before it's free.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got 8 rocks. Now you're not a proficient rock thrower, which means you have a minus to hit based on your priest class. Priest minus to hit is... I'm waiting for the day that you start wrestling these things, by the way.
Oh.
That's gonna be fun.
That'd be funny. Was it
Do you know what your minus to hit is with a weapon you're not proficient with?
I don't think so. I don't think this says on the character sheet.
Do you have a weapon you're not proficient with that you're using?
No. Or do I? Do I have the? No, I have my dagger, right?
Right. So what's the hit to hit?
Yeah, my dagger.
Is it -3?
-3.
Yeah, then you -3 to hit with these rocks. But
Okay.
it is entangled. Does entangled say anything about AC being affected?
No, it doesn't. It's just movement.
Okay, I'm still gonna say that it doesn't get anything from Dex. Its AC is 13. So how much from that is from Dex? Doesn't say. What do I think?
By the way, if
I think one of that is from Dex. So I'll give it a -1 to AC. So I'll give it against AC 12 with a -3 to hit. 8 attacks. They do D3 damage.
Although on the last attack, like the turn before it gets free, if it's still alive, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna move in, onto the side of it, try to resist my own
Spell.
entangle. If I fail, I'm just gonna like spear stab it from the side.
With a +1.
If I succeed, I'm gonna move and stab it in the butt instead.
Okay, cool.
So I get out.
That's clever.
Yeah. So I do 7.
Okay,
I do
7 attacks at
Good rock.
-3. Against AC 12.
Yeah. I guess I'll just roll 7 d20s and then we add -3 to
Yeah,
it.
so you gotta roll... With a -3, you gotta roll 15 or better. So yes, roll 7 d20s and see how many 15s you get.
Yeah. I get
1, 2,
a
3.
19, a 16, and a nat 20.
Okay, so the 19... The 20 definitely crits. The 19 -3 becomes a 16. That does not clear by 5. So it's 1 crit and 2 hits.
Yeah.
So roll me
Okay,
4d3.
4d3. It's 1d3 is the damage, right?
Yes, so 2d3 for the crit and then 1d3 for the 2 hits. You have to type it out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Wait,
Yeah, 4d3.
were those actually?
Those were d3s. Yeah, because
Okay,
they were d6s that have
Yeah.
2 1s, 2 2s, and 2 3s.
Okay. Yeah, so 10 rock damage.
Yeah. That just about does it.
Oh my god!
I
got a deer.
It
I
had
got a
8.
stag.
It had 8 HP.
Nice.
Um.
Okay, I successfully hunted a big thing with magic.
With 3 hit die. Yeah. That was a good fight.
Yeah. Riodon is feeling good after that.
Yep.
And now it's time to find a place where I can butcher it.
Do you remember? I think to figure out how many days of food, I think I just rolled the hit die. Didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Let's just roll
And
3d8s.
I don't remember how you.
I think I just rolled the hit die and I gave you
Yeah.
that many days of food.
Yeah.
And I rolled really well this
3d8.
time. That is, and this, I think this makes sense because a stag is a big fucking creature.
Yeah, 15 days. I rolled.
Oh, okay.
I rolled 15.
I rolled as well. I think you actually rolled lower than me. Yeah, you did. I rolled 17. We'll take your roll. You get 15 days of food.
Yeah, I mean, you take my roll is the one that shows up on screen, so I think that's fair.
That's fair. Sure, 15 days.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll minus today's ratios already, but then I have 15.
That's great. Okay.
I enjoy I set up a campfire. By the way, do I get to butcher it safely without any wild encounters?
I mean, precedent would say so. Ooh! Something does show up. But we will handle that next time on Riodon. So we will start next session with an encounter.
Wait, does it show up after I'm done with the butchering?
You'll be mostly done.
Or
it's not very high on the encounter table. I need to figure out exactly what it would be. That's why I want to cut here. We're pretty late anyway. We're 3 hours into the session. So let's call it here, and I'll figure out what encounter this is for next time. It was an 80 on the encounter check.
So we're ending off in like the. Actually, it's.
We'll quit the session mid butchering.
Yeah, this is lunchtime, right? It's lunchtime.
Yeah, probably a little bit into the afternoon.
Yeah, but I mean, this is my lunch. That I haven't eaten lunch.
Yeah, so. Right. Again, you keep saying that you split your eating into breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah. You still just need to eat 4 pounds a day.
I know. I'm mostly just thinking what time of day it is. It's not evening.
It's like 2.
I'm doing this in the afternoon.
It's like 2, early afternoon.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. Let's do some XP.
Yeah. I have marked 15.5 ratios on my sheet right now.
Yeah, you can mark them. If something happens, we'll reduce them from the encounter.
Yeah, I marked it with a question mark too, because I might not have as many.
Okay. Experience. What chapter was that? That was chapter... Eight, 66. Cool. Okay, a level 3 creature in single combat is 240 XP.
Oh.
Wait, no it's not. I'm sorry. You can take that away again. And instead add 130 XP. I read for the 4 XP. I read for level 4 creature.
Okay.
Sorry. So 130 XP for the stag.
Yeah.
And then we have the whole debacle in the town.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you 250 for plot.
Okay.
Just like progressing the story.
Yeah.
I think that's it. And then we're gonna do priest XP. So, per successful use of granted power, that's none, because we don't get those yet until we're level 3. Spells cast to overcome foes or problems. That is 1 invisibility to animals. And 2 entangles.
1 entangle on the stag.
And entangle on the warrior.
Yeah.
You didn't win, but you used it effectively.
Yeah, fair.
So that's 3, so that's 150 extra.
Yeah.
And then we go, player has a clever idea. I think figuring out finally that you can use invisibility to animals to hunt, that's a clever idea. Take 100 experience.
Yeah, I was thinking that's like the one thing that would be a clever idea in this
Yeah,
session.
I think that's a clever idea. Take 100.
Otherwise,
yeah, that's worth 100 experience. Player has an idea that saves the party.
the other way around.
The party wiped. The party is all dead.
Dude,
or captured.
Eel. The party is completely fine. The other guys were just randoms who were distractions for me to escape.
Yeah, player roleplays his character well. I genuinely want to give you XP for just abandoning the fuckers and running away. I take 100 experience for that. I think that is good roleplay. Player encourages
this is the main reason. This is the main difference between Lucius and Riodon.
Yes. Player encourages others to participate. I'm not giving you that.
No.
Oh yeah, that's XP.
I have leveled up.
Level 2!
Well, I've reached the threshold at least. I don't know how it works with leveling up, if you need to do it during a rest or if it can happen during the middle of the day.
It happens now. It happens now. When I play with a party of people, I like doing it during a rest, but when single player D&D, we can just level up. It's fine. Okay.
So just for trapped XP, do I reset? Do I remove the 2000 XP, or do I just keep adding to it?
You keep adding to it.
Okay.
And we just find your next threshold.
Yeah.
So your next threshold as a druid is 4,000.
4,000.
So you passed 2,000, right?
Yeah, I'm at 2,252 now.
Excellent. Yeah, next threshold is 4,000. And you gain one more spell you can prepare per day.
Yeah, where do I keep track of that?
So you go from 3 spells to 4 spells.
Yeah.
You can just decide somewhere where you want to keep track of that. That's up to you.
Yeah. I know how many I need.
Okay, cool. And then we got you get HP.
Wait,
There's a D8. D8 HP.
Yes, I roll that.
Mm-hmm.
Up.
That's a
4. That's alright.
That's alright. That's alright. Yeah.
I have 10 HP now.
Hey, that's better than Carl did.
I assume since I'm at max HP, I just add it to my current HP too.
Yep. Yeah, you do. You just add it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of your granted powers show up at level 3.
Yeah.
Well, the first 3 of them do. Next level, you'll be able to perfectly identify plants, animals, and pure water. You'll be able to pass through overgrown areas without movement speed decreases. And you'll learn the languages of the language of one kind of woodland creatures. So, let's talk about that actually. Is there a kind of woodland creature that you are a little bit closer to, that we can start thinking about you getting closer to talking to? Examples here are things like centaurs, dryads, elves, fauns, gnomes, dragons, giants, lizard men, manticores, nixies, pixies, sprites, and tree ants. We could do
the question
could do like ogres.
What exists? What exists in your setting of that's like relevant?
In this place, this is a pretty non-magical forest.
I am from the druid forest, though, so presumably things that exist there are what I would have interacted with.
Yeah.
Although
definitely dryads are pretty common in that area.
My interactions. Think about it. My interactions from the druid forest maybe should not apply in this case because
Yeah.
like I learned the interaction outside the forest. So.
Which is why I was thinking that maybe you learn like ogre, because you did listen a bunch to an ogre who was stuck, and maybe that is like ringing around in your head.
Is an ogre a woodland creature though?
Usually not, but you're evil. So I think it could be. I'd accept. I'd be fine with it.
I mean,
Otherwise,
if it's relevant at the time, but I think if it's like if we're going purely on that, wouldn't some kind of like evil fey creature make the most sense? If there's any,
you know what we'll do?
anything like that.
You know what we'll do? We have an encounter coming up. I'll think of an evil fey creature that's going to be your encounter to start our next session, and
Okay.
we'll make that work.
Okay, sure, I guess.
Ooh, I know what it's gonna be. Haha, it's gonna be fun. I'll keep it secret. Cool. That was fun. Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. I didn't
Nothing
manage to...
else from the level. Nothing else.
No.
Wait, nothing else from the level up, right?
No, you need to be... Level 3 is much bigger, but level 2 is not that big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Level 3, you'll get bonus to hit, which is awesome. You get +1 to hit. That's sick.
Oh my god.
And you get like 3 granted powers, so level 3 is much bigger. Well then, that was Irondice mode. Anything to say?
I think it was a good session.
Me too.
I think I did the character better this time in terms of like when I was social interacting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think I was being a lot more like standoffish, I guess. As I was, rather than like, I guess like pompous, as I was a little bit first. Not necessarily pompous, but like I walk. Yeah, when I approach these guys, I like approach kind of with swagger and a little bit of like diplomatic intention. But I feel like Riodon being more, as I said, like standoff, short-worded unless needed. That feels a lot more right.
Yep.
For Riodon.
I'm so sad I couldn't entice you to make this a buddy terrorist adventure between druid and wizard with very different ideas, but a common goal of destroying shit. I was hoping to entice you with that as the plot line, but it didn't work. It was fine. We move on.
I was thinking like maybe after we kill the knight I might let him out, but like
no. Things went
that
badly.
did not happen.
Yeah. I had a whole idea of like maybe he tries to steal the spell book and then gets this guy a knight to memorize spells, and then he can have magic missile as assistance when fighting the knight, and then there was a whole idea there of like how this could have gone.
By the way, Il,
yeah.
Technically speaking, this whole town fiasco, wasn't that technically a good deed done by me? Because I got rid of these guys that have been like terrorizing the roads.
You're doing bad at being evil. Do better. Do better. You baited... You were the fucking insider they thought you were. You baited them into a terrible fight and left them stranded, and they all died or got arrested. Their heads are on fucking pikes outside of Alice now.
Maybe. Except Maggot, maybe.
I'll just pull back the curtain a little bit. Maggot decided to try to save Glib. And,
okay, and it went badly.
It went very badly the next day.
Okay, I'm just gonna edit my note. Edit. No, he's fucking not Lamau.
But, of course, Riodon doesn't know that, but,
Yeah.
That was Riodon 3. How are you feeling about attachment to Riodon? Are you enjoying the character?
I feel better now, cause last time I felt a bit disconnected because I felt like, as I said, I didn't really played right.
Yeah.
It felt wrong. But I think this time it felt a lot better because also even though the like deal or the situation it went badly, it didn't actually go badly for Riodon personally. Like his only goal was to kill the knight because why not?
Yeah.
So he didn't actually lose anything on this.
Yeah.
And even though everyone else died or got he my little inner monologue thing that I got to do with him being just like, whatever, you win some, you lose some. That like I mainly just wanted to do that inner monologue thing because like to just establish that like be a bit more, in character in that case,
Yeah.
like how he feels.
I think that next session we're going to start with an encounter with a not so lawful woodland creature, and we're going to talk a little. We're going to get a little bit back more to my my initial ideas of how to run this campaign with your little curse that's going on, but of course from a little bit of a different perspective. But we're not going to completely forget that.
Yeah.
We're going to have that as a still something that's going on.
That's fine. I think
Yeah.
that's fine.
To sort of tie back to this conflict between that's going down in the druidic forest, I think is still going to be central to Riodon in some ways, even though he has left them behind. And I think that this little encounter with a woodland creature is going to help us center that a little bit. As like what Riodon's relationship is to it and what Riodon's goals are regarding his cursed hand. Okay? Cool.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good. Everyone, that was Irondice mode. Never fake gameplay, never reroll. Alright, we're out.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.